This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Asantini a yawo na odi mokodi nkyene edi bofuro nkwan sebio otwe bini edi gu ni minimum onte brofo tim fodwo the owen. Why is he not speaking on the cocaine issue? Why is the minority not speaking on the cocaine issue? The NPP, the party itself, is built out of lies. NDC for no mutimo ding and omatoto kanium. And I say a bayane or na no wejiminti me abedru hana. Fremo Parebaba was on the board of ECG. Also ding. These are people who stole from you. And they, as we speak, no oma kotete. Napo tibijina stage no akasa mokwame nkromano. No mu bo munsem. These are blood-sucking, dangerous people. So upe obi manaka Asantefo Kumasifo asamachira abuso Otumfoɔ te panyi due mante unim de Otumfoɔ nim ene ti Otumfoɔ ne Asantefo tena se onum nsuo because Asantefo nya Otumfoɔ beku
Kevin Taylor ai ena wasoja no wasoja de esi Asantefo so a enya sekito no so no Asantefo bi omo NPP fo na se bi se bigimi o mafa no enya fe no ba be krokro mo oba di o matem sa o se Ashanti regional minister. Hey, we should be abontina okita in the one or be to and over be a now so be own one. No focus when a human or an Asantefo be create me a munio to for Combecono. Hey, Asama Kevin Taylor Ekan, I know too much. Now, Jandam Nedia, we ye at war. Electricity tariffs, water tariffs, na say, and Kanyane insure boy at 14/4. Na anwaidi amanfo bisa se ya tumi ndum so ne bejaya na enti na matuma na nkane enye bi nso eba 1 week once na mo santum dia na de enti na motum de bi o mutum na ayede ntumu na fihi ense mebre na Kevin Taylor proboso na yenkotie no
maka kire Ghana for any dipadodo a aya no muti social media eyo mo ho asantesem Yedi Asantefo. Me say Otumfoɔ say tutu nana pia anadwu hwɛ me. Nana mesem no gina bantama nana didie kwan so. O de 3 vote pe na betumi maka. Veka na osre. Ai nana ye no kre. Otumfoɔ say tutu nana pia. Ena ye sori ya. Emrantie ne maba wo bi omo hu fin bi. Omo contribute bibia to Ashanti Kingdom. Asansafo ajantrafo asefo ma. Nipa yehu amadeja omo kankan ugina krotia na wate omo nim asante ase omo ntia asante ase omo adwene omo say yakasa oya asantini a omo ntumi fom mpa omo nsankyere omo maame ene omo papa ene yekoye DNA a yebehwem na omo maame ne omo papa mo ye mponche nipa bi a omo de omo te se esem ya asantini onim ade kro maka kire eye emabaawa emrantie a omu peje wa beti se omu ya Asantefo se mo adehye ni bia mo from mo adehye mo ye nkoa ma ye ne adekudie ntia meka se mo Asantefo ni bi mo ye nkoa ma ye ne se asante hina o se tutu otie nyansa na ontie sebio obi a ofre no so ye dehye se o ye dehye na wagimi a Otumfoɔ se tutu ontie wu eniti na obekọ menhia no na Otumfoɔ se tutu ohwe Kevin Taylor if say even though menya asantini ba na menyini wasantimem to ohum se be de hye enti mekanya nsesema na natie ye onkofo bebre a mo ya Asantefo a Otumfoɔ se tutu hu om so mo agimi enti sa asem meda ho na ye kasa asem asi boko na ye kasa president aka kire Otumfoɔ se tutu se nana asem asi boko no asem no kura ye nkan wie ye started say ye ka asem we ache ye da ho ka ho asem na ye ka no boko no yen ka asem no mani ntu ase ena pinten asa astart wo boko intinana ejuma na ye nyina ye start ye no moma ye ntoa so nyansesema eye president John Dramani Mahama e ka kire Ghana man a ofa so ka kire Otumfoɔ se tutu e wo nidie kwa so ose Mr King Mr Chief Nana, the work we started as Ghanaians a few years ago, we have not completed that job. And and that it is upon us as leaders to come together again and complete that job. It's the president, out of respect, told Otumfoɔ that issue that we all started from Kufuor time, Ebabesi Eye Ekufuor time, from Atamils, Mahama, Ekufuor, Ebesi Mahama, the president of the Republic, President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, Ekache Otumfoɔ say, Ejuma nana ye wiye, Obanyansafoɔ fa ni die kwan so no kache Otumfoɔ. Ade achinya impetekuma. Maka kyerɛ mo, me say, me ende bi gyina hɔ na mo san kwasiafo na mo gyina hɔ trɛte no Otumfoɔ sɛ Otumfoɔ yɛsɛ nkɔbɔ yɛ ɛna Otumfoɔ ukɔbɔ goa me say Otumfoɔ bɛyi mi agya mo efisɛ mo yɛ nwan mo nim nyansa ɛna yɛ sɔre ya Otumfoɔ sɛ tutu sɛ bɔko no president kai no wapene so wagye atum wapene ɔse bɔko saa negotiations no ɛne saa mediations no ɔse Mr. President magye atum yɛbɛyɛ Hey, maka me se mo san kwasiafo na mo hu mo asantefoɔ no asante hini kura mbumu sɛ mo yɛ asantefoɔ efiri sɛ mo agimi ka sɛ efiri mo anoba no ɛnkyerɛ sɛ mo yɛ asantefoɔ ma ɛni tira wo ba asanteme mu a nipa dodo mo asanteme mu no mo bu me ɛkyɛn mo mu bia mo titi social media sɛ mo yɛ asantefoɔ ɛdeɛ na ma wo yɛ asanteni wo ne yɛ wo kasa deɛ wo kyerɛ wo wadwene ma kyerɛ sɛ wadwene mu dɔ ɛne nkwa na Otumfoɔ behu aka sɛ wei yɛ me de hye ɛne tira me nya asanteni ɛnso nana frɛ me kyɛnkyɛn hene Kevin Taylor ɛfiri sɛ nyansapɔ no ɛwɔ ha nti Otumfoɔ apene wagye pene watie president asɛm ɔkan ɔse yɛbɛkɔ yɛbɛdi dwuma no ɛfiri sɛ ɔman wei ɛyɛ Ghana man ɛhyɛ nipa bi nsa mompene me yɛ Otumfoɔ sɛ di nana pia wo nana ne me dɔw na yɛse aboa no aboa ne takra so no ɔne na sɛbi ode bia yɛkɔ ɛyɛ party ase a yɛbusa ne nam sɛ yɛbɛwoa wɔ Otumfoɔ so ɔhene kɛseɛ saa nyɔma nkitinkiti wei bi na ma nipa bi ka sɛ Otumfoɔ yɛ nipa kɛseɛ enti dwumadeɛ wei nyina is part of the responsibility if you want to be seen as a big chief. That is why Otumfoɔ does not play with this kind of little jobs. Nana me do and I also do me and maka me say ye santini a omo sia santini de hye na me gina Otumfoɔ beyi me ansa na we impre kodom gugu social media no ontie mo otie nyansa Otumfoɔ sɛ tutu otie nyansa ontie abodusefin ontie enum kankan otie nyansa ene yesori ya Otumfoɔ sɛ tutu sɛ sa wote sa santini bi obi ofre no santini bi kwasiampanyi mi kwahwe apa bi a ne papa mo ansi dankora ne maame mo ammobra adantrafoɔ bi ɔmase ɛsoso nsu a da bia mo te corners ɛkeka nkwasiasɛm a Otumfoɔ sɛ saa nkɔfoɔ no ma me yɛntie ɔmo yɛntie nyansa a ɛbɛma Ghana yɛakyekyere nti Otumfoɔ sɛ dudu sɛ wagye pene sɛ president aka ɔde ne die bɛma president mediation no ɔbɛyɛ nti sɛ wo study a Otumfoɔ ɛde statement tiawa ɛna ɔde aba ɔse deɛn yɛse manhyia a release statement moma yɛndwedwam na nyɛ PZ foɔ nyina na ɛte brɔfo wedwa yɛse Sam George mɛka ho asɛm manhyia release statement His Majesty Otumfoɔ said to the second Asante hene will resume mediation tie brɔfo no kwasiafoɔ mo nim dia mo keka mo tete social media mo hu fin na nkwati asɛm yɛ asantini yɛse asantini ni asantini de onim nyansa ɔkasa nyansɛm obu asante obi ti sɛ ne yɛne kasa nyansɛm ɛne ebu asante ne enim dia ɛwɔ sɛ asante yɛ mo ayɛ mo hu fin mo nim hwee ejimifoɔ ma ɛna Otumfoɔ yɛ ka kyerɛw ɛna obi sɛ tetra bɛ ɛfɔ mo hu fin kwasɛ edwamanfoɔ ma ajantrafoɔ ma yɛnsi dankora ma mo tie tete mo sɛ mpɔnkye na wotie Otumfoɔ letter na PZ foɔ nyom nyina na te brɔfo oba asantime mu a nipa bebro no nte brɔfo ɛni ntina de bia no hu asantini ɛka brɔfo a na wo ho afɔ sɛ he asantini pa na ka brɔfo sei aha ɛte sɛ wo hu sremuni a ɔnte brɔfo etumi yɛ wɔn sɛ he sremuni na nte brɔfo yi ebi sɛ sremfoɔ dodo no timi ka brɔfo ɛnyɛ news ɛnyɛ big deal mom yɛndwedwam yɛse press release from ɛyɛ menhyia I say His Majesty Otumfoɔ said to the second Asante will resume mediation of the Boko crisis as agreed with both parties from April 28th to May 1st, 2025 at the Minsha Palace, Kumasi. You see, Otumfoɔ said to the Krataba or say Boko nsensem or besa tnasu biem, meaning so ka say resume mediation a kyerɛ sɛ asɛm no kora ne nka nwie yɛ nwanma montebrɔfo ejimifoɔ monko school ɛna motiti ayi abosomden moteta mo ho yɛsɛ Otumfoɔ ni mo bisu wura benhyia na bɔ Kevin Taylor na bɛka sɛ piaw me nana baako pɛ Kevin Taylor no odwudwam ɔse resume mediation meaning asɛm no na ɛwɔ hɔ dada yanka ma mu ansi ɛna emu asa ehunyan into Otumfoɔ sɛ ɔbɛsa tena se biem asa ahwɛ asɛm no meaning this is not a fresh wound saa sebio ekuro wei ɛwɔ hɔ dada ne yɛ brabra so imbre du sɛ yɛbɛsa akɔtena ho a ɛmɛki sɛ yɛbɛsiesie ɛkyerɛ wagimi ɛkyerɛ wo ntebrɔfo ɛkyerɛ wo life savings nyina wɔ America yɛ $14,000 ɛkyerɛ wo yɛ jantra ex jantra ni ɛkyerɛ wo bia wo yɛ wo papa ne wo maame ambɔ bra ebia es ne kun wo papa ɛdan korakora yɛ nsi bia ma wandem ɛna wobɛdwen sɛ wobɛtumi awɔ ne Otumfoɔ ɔne president di nkɔmmɔ time na mu kemu no na wa negotiate awie sɛ yɛ kɔ akɔka asɛm no piaw na wo kan ɛyɛ asɛm no de di akyire a ɔse Asante request all stakeholders to cooperate for us to find a lasting peace in Boko. Otumfoɔ said to say, "Ɛyɛ Bokofoɔ, ɔmo nyinaa nka ɔmo ho mbom, ɛyɛ ahemfoɔ mo hɔ, na yɛn nyinaa yɛn ka etiri mbom, na yɛn ka asɛm no." End of announcement. Deɛ ɔse otua edua na adwene yɛ adwuma kyɛn me no. Ɔmbɛma Otumfoɔ warning biem. Bɛsi adehye bɛdane nkoa. Nyansanti, ebuo, ɛne sɛ deɛ nim nyansanti. Yɛne sebio amanfrafoɔ yɛbɛdane adehye. On sɛ ɛndɛmu a mosom yɛ asantefoɔ no madane mmoa. And the one on social media, a promota be muse nwanma on sende madane mwa. Otumfoɔ said to ontia santini otie nyansani. If you say nyansa any de so Otumfoɔ, enya sante 17 years Otumfoɔ, e nyansa e firi nyame. Mo bebre mo jimi. Adene ye no anu hu simple saa no, enya simple o. Impenifo akesi omo Ghana obiara tena se otie because they know say ade ne ye won han ye ndi agoro inti brofo na makan no na nse mete say yesi ai Sam George akohia brantie bi oye Kumasi ni e na oka brofo na Sam George is surprised ade na menye surprised me hu Asantini ote brofo wisra me ebe shock me ka say hey Asantini na oka matumi dane saa no because Funtuminka R, Untuminka L, it's a fact. And crime for Untuminka H, Amuka H, it's a fact. Oko interphone, Omuntuminka station, Amuka occasion, occasion, Omuntuminka ice cream, Amuka ice cream. Oba on a phone, Utia Omutonation. You can see, say, where you are with an Okasano, please. Therefore, so you cannot sit there and make it look like say Sam George Kumasi ni abranti ote brofunti we didi Kumasi fo ante brofu Asantini ya wo na odi mokodi nkyene edi bofuro nkwan sebio otwe bini edi gu ni minimum onte brofu eno so eno ne gidigidi ne de yan yenti bi da eno nti hey pom jibi kono ha kane ya tutum ene lighter ya tutum ene insu ya tutum no efiri hin na baaye NDC fo no mutim odin eno matoto kane mu anase aban na ewo ho na omagimi nti negotiations bi omko ya sebio omode tie mu ena sebio MDC for ka kire mu amantie ena am ya beduru ha na mo me hwe the facts na eka now and the NPP for sorry na omote social media omunya opportunity bi aso betena TV so a all that they do is they want to throw dust and another communicator wey onya kwara good morning Ghana papa penyini oye tani debia meka me se MPP mu no so omo pe obi use no adamp na debia omo hwehwe tani baako no mo use no papa penyini we betena TV so ende ebeke kan kwase asem and all because na adwene ne say Jandam ene mbetum de wini power biem e de ada Ghana for enti sebio ono tani no ni refi no ho ena wabetena TV so say the idea is to lie to Ghanaians say ya to kaniem ya to nsuom into obetena TV so no obey association ontumi nka ice cream obetwa tro ama Ghana for bi atom trim and there you be set records ni straight now you be kire mu nsema o maka any atra omodi and why and the Kanye ya tutum no it's got nothing to do with NDC aban decision omoteki na a purely NPP for decision omoteki ye emra omone IMF focus share ye de yetiko share IMF agreement no sa agreement na ye ne IMF ko sign ye no NPP aban led by Oforiata Gabi Ochredakon eye Bamti Ekufuado Mahamudu Bawumia the head of the economic management team IMF Kotena Sika say this is what they want to do. If we say na almost say economy na kodu point bia na yentumi nya ho hwe. Na momia nkotie NPP communicator we. Kai say o yiri wo fie. O ba sebio o webusianfo your onkofo a omo friend say uncle. At the end of the day no asem be free wano aba no ene be kire say wadwini ko fie ana wadwini ko fie. Wabetena TV so to deliberately lie to Ghanaians. Now, after this guy, Eeii Jandam no, Gideon Boadu na oye the special aid to Bawumia. In fact, say Otis Bawumia kekan kwasi asama ono na advice Bawumia on economy. Na oye Bawumia senior advisor when it comes to economy no. And he said that Bawumia jina bedwom na okeka ensem na ototo papa so a nipa ono ne tena dem etu ne fo. Say okwa kokeka sansem we no Gideon Boadu. Ono so ko tena parliament. Eye obi show so e wa sempa obi opeso ye MP oba beto ye twen no oje si ejimi oni obi e negotiate we chire e discuss the omo peso mbeye e na on the 12th or on the 13th omo ko tena asempa e na ono so ko twa atro e wo asempa FM. Now first of all no yen starting free eye good morning Ghana entra papa we be twa ye se wo hia na ka chen say o ye trofo he has no credibility because we are going to prove to Ghanaians say the NPP as a political party no dia mu ko munne no light bill no water bill ya tumu no eye omo na de Ghana kon ekose eye de agreement ase enu ntina eye Ghana ende ya to kaniem akodu bebi edu enu ntina ya to nsuo akodu bebi edu ye nka ne tra keke ye metietie ye me ya bodwe se mmoa ye me se nwan ma embekekem ye de eye de adanse ne evidence ye de facts ne betare to na Ghana for ehu no kore no
governance. So you have made that decision and you are putting the burden on the Ghanaian.
Who made the decision to bring this guy on TV? Mr. Akwa, we want to make ice cream. Who actually made the decision to bring this guy to come and sit on TV to decide the decision on this thing? Who made the decision to bring this guy on TV? These are the communicators at MPP, offloading. These are the spillovers. They made a decision to bring this guy to come and state decisions to us. Now, let us correct something here. The guy said there was no decision. Now, Okasano, osi quarterly increment na abedawa 3 months biano ya too light ene eye insume ene diakano. Or say that there is no such agreement between, or there was no such agreement between the NPP government and the IMF. That is what Decision Man was saying. Decision was saying that, and he's in his own words, there is no such agreement, or no, or say he clarified from so many people. So after he clarified from all those people, he made a decision to come and sit on TV to tell us that the decision was that there was no such agreement. Say, Ghana and the IMF, etnase, and the NPP say every quarter biano they were going to, or they will make a decision to increase tariffs. So decision has spoken. Now, after decision made this vague, unsubstantiated decision statement, Gideon Boadu or the advisor to Bawumia, economic advisor, in fact, his personal advisor and aide to Bawumia, also call Asempa to go make a similar statement.
IMF is demanding that.
It's not true.
7 years out of the 8 years, to electricity tariff. The only affair NDC anto electricity boom 2009.
Stay here. On say we mo liars. Now she be say journalists not in anymore. Say or you truthful. Say be no kind of cry. And I say he's daft, but majority of people don't know. Gideon Boadu, asma no cannot say. IMF programs are abanyina be seen there no. There was no programmer a chese was here to light bill mu. Now the question here is programs are Yamfani said the immediate program before Ekufuado Modian Ebano. Na a JM NDC programmer yadi ehunko jimu. Satana NDC edge $900 million every IMF for. Today we are talking about $3 billion. Now the issue is the two IMF programs are the conditions the same. You cannot tell me say JM ana eye de enkofuo ko IMF na in the component eye the agreement eye increment in quarterly tariffs say enkanwa. It does not mean say woko IMF last year that agreement eye quarterly increment in our tariffs should not be in there in the first place. Sika JM mukoje wa IMF and no be ena mukoje no IMF. We are asking time na moko IMF program Ekufuado time time a JM call IMF na Ghana car eswaya yede ko IMF na sen and a time na Ekufuado eko IMF na a car eswa Ghana na sen. These are two separate programs that comes with two different agreements. So you cannot sit on radio and say Kufuor ko IMF, Mahama ko IMF into the same program should apply to IMF na Ekufuado any baumia ko eno. Echire unim nyansa. Echire wo journalist na oto so unya smart. And I say deliberately why you say you want to misinform the public? Because you cannot compare Kufuor's IMF to JM's IMF to Ekufuado's IMF. These are three different programs, which in them the agreement carries different components. Inti JM ko IMF okope 900 million any Ekufuado eko IMF akope 3 billion you want the agreement because time na JM eko IMF na eka eda Ghana so it was not more than 54 billion. So then na JM agreement oko sign with IMF it should be the same as agreement Ekufuado na Ghana deka over 1.6 trillion and Ghana eka daho. Why? How can it be the same? Why is he not looking at the respective IMF programs and the component in them? Because we are talking about specific IMF programs and the specific agreements they signed. You cannot tell me say Herbert Mensah be kotoko CEO and Obifofra be kotoko CEO. As far as Herbert Mensah be kotoko CEO on any rules and regulations and the way he signed his contract as far as Obiswa be kotoko CEO he needs to abide by the same contract rules. It does not work like that because every government, every administration comes with its own agreement and how to go by things. Inti then a journalist na ho na oma akwa wekeka nkwasi asem we na okachem say they are informing you. Anytime can say sa obi mu no oma hini kobna santemo no. These are people many politicians wait na them. Na oma be dada mo. Na we create bibia to mutim say they are intelligent, they are liars. Gideon Boadu analysis or nobody should consider this guy as an economist. He's a plain cat liar. On kanokre. And nuntina or sheda ko nechi. Eko ka say President Kufuor IMF. Any Mahama IMF and the Ekufuado beto the ending of Mahama IMF. The Mahama IMF agreement is totally different from Ekufuado, Bawumia, any Oforiata agreement. That is how it is. And nuntina moko IMF. Ekufuado ko IMF 1.900 million. There was a reason why Ekufuado was demanding for 3 billion. And there was a reason why JM was demanding for 900 million because what they went with the omedi call and agreement no sign here. Until let me let you understand something. Gideon Boadu any side decision guy the NPP is being disingenuous. Omugin say Jimmy. They want to lie to you. They are trying to hide the damage they have done. And the tariffs na yatutumna akosruna. They are trying to hide behind politics to make it look like say NDC na akofaba na NDC for and Ghana for no. Let us take our time and see where the problem is coming from. The media, Obi Munyina, they know the fact, they know the truth. Obi we Obasoko running on the ticket of NPP. He knows what he's doing. Gideon Boakon, he has read the Mahama IMF agreement on him, every single thing in it. NPP for they know the agreement that John Mahama IMF koye and no the agreement Oforiata Kennedy Ekufuado and Baomiamo and IMF koye. So how can you just sit and tell your Ghanaians and say you are a lawmaker, you are an economist, and you just pick one statement at the end of the day or one definition to define every single IMF program? Actually, with Jimmy. Now, let me show you something. You see, time before Ekufuadomo, Oforiata, Bawomiamo, Ebeko IMF. In fact, the NDC started speaking before the NPP went to the IMF. Now, the NDC didn't catch say NPP for IMF in Tema, our problems compounded yet too much. One shot, the concern of the NDC in opposition was that they will end up going to IMF. The conditionalities, the agreement will be so binding to the point to say it is going to worry Ghana for a long term. Now, the reason why I'm here, the crossroad, program no, Atamil, John Mahama and Otumfoɔ, they were having press conferences and programs and speaking on the economy. And they said the NPP were supposed to go to IMF earlier because na ekano air pilot. Now, the more you are getting in debt, the more it becomes difficult for you to sign a better agreement with the IMF. Intina Otumfoɔ were cautioning the NPP. They should put the pride aside. They should look at Ghanaians and see the plight they are putting them through, and they will be putting them through in the future. Into the NDC in opposition, we're telling MPP say, put your pride aside and quickly go to IMF because man calling Tema, a blow which is inevitably yours when earlier received can cause torrential hostilities. NDC for Ebu MPP for Bese, Chedia Bem on the Munjin and Tem, na one jin and Tema, one shall talk for my own sorry. But because the NPP were doing politics, because nobody said, I'm followers, ne Jimmy, because nobody said, I'm ya dear man, Ghana for ya, because they thought to say they could rule, they could govern, they could be corrupt forever. No, they did not listen to the NDC. Now, Oforiata Ekotena IMF for the first time. IMF for new year meeting and Otumfoɔ Sembobeka Ghana for say because MPP for chain upon the bashing and pushing them to go to IMF earlier, no, because they have wasted and delayed time, no, sa agreement omoko sign, no, utility bills every 3 months we have. This is a prophecy, not just a mere prophecy, a prophecy that was backed with facts from the NDC then, no more opposition. This is a news item. In fact, in 2022, no, electricity tariffs increment, no, equal high as 72%. That was when na NDC for catch Oforiata, but we MPP for say go to IMF quickly because why say mukodua increment every 3 months be a. Into the moment they entered IMF, no, the NDC came out quickly to say this is what is going to happen. They are going to go into the agreement because of ECA and it is going to affect our tariffs. Lights, yensio, senya, yabetun ebonum every 3 months. Bosomi ensebia. Video I'm about to we na 2023. In fact, there's more evidence to prove say the NDC came to inherit this quarterly increment from the MPP. A agreement omoko signing here with IMF. Now let me show you. When you go back into a timer, you see this 2023 date show 19th of May 2023. Then Otumfoɔ sikaye okokano asempa or say Ekufuado Bawumia government has agreed to increase utility tariffs every 3 months. Minority leader Satam na NDC na opposition. Otumfoɔ bekano the same asempa obitiwo catch Ghana for say enkofo na IMF no boko no bosumi bia no yeba beto kaniem bosumi miense bia beto kaniem na obitiwo oman komna santetiwo. They all listen to Otumfoɔ. They listen to the crossroads. They listen to all the press conferences. Obi is aware. Asempa, most Ghanaian journalists, they are aware of these facts. They know. Inti Otumfoɔ NDC for the Dinkanka Chiremo say it is in the agreement. because in conformity almost say no, there is no way that agreement any IMF call all the way to 2037 no. We are going to pay electricity tariffs increment every 3 months biano till 2027. A NPP for deal. That is the only way they could get a deal with IMF. Because Oman for agreement nan kan wanka IMF omo 3 billion no. Now all these platforms in Ghana, news outlets, they know the story. Now this is TV3 News. Utility tariffs to increase every 3 months as part of IMF deal. Forcing date Ben show May 18th, 2023. May 18th, not end this in our power. No. May 18th, 2023. Na party Ben our power. Na MPP in our power. Forcing end this for catch them. Say in conform agreement no mokoye no. Ebe me tia light bill be cost for the next 4 years. You bet you every 3 months you bet to Kanium because omudi eti ko share agreement ase. Bawomia Ekufuado Oforiata omudi eti ko share IMF ase. Moma yenye careful. Na yen kan chiro so munjai. They did not listen. Now after TV3, omwankasa cocaine eye class FM. Almost so recorded reported our story no. 3 billion IMF bailout. Utility tariffs will go up every quarter. Brace up for biting consequences. Minority. Date Ben show 18th of May 2023. Now NDC in our power. Now MPP in our power. The NDC were cautioning Ghanaians. Say, yeba be win power. Or somebody say IMF deal na Ekufuado Bawumia any Oforiata makoji ato no. Omudi eti akose agreement biasia every 3 months biano. Yebetua electricity bill ebe kosoro. Ede na yehu ni nne no. Now, when you move forward, another news outlet, where a cocaine media, Joy News, IMF deal, Oforia Tankasa Sama Obien and Okaye, date show 14th of April 2023. Again, Oforia Takaye, Oforia say, electricity tariff hikes, tax reforms, key conditions in securing program. Tie, PZ for Muntie Brofono. Oforia time ana odieko IMF no. Okoye meeting we do obeka che and say electricity tariffs ese kania ye betutum any air tax ye de be pay Ghana for so no e ya dia ye ntumi mpa ho ansa na sign agreement no o si ansa na IMF bechi ye IMF agreement na tum no e kire ye gitum say ye beton kania mu ye de taxes be pay mo so. That is what Oforiata no ye finance minister e ka kire Ghana for inta ye den na end 2025 eye obitumi sorry betna TV so ka say President Tukofo ko IMF eye de Mahama ko IMF Ekufuado ko IMF adenti na ende yato kanie ma mode hye eye MPP. This is the result. Oforiata kra ka kire mo say without the 3 months increment in tariffs the IMF were not going to give us the 3 billion. Or say without us admitting say ye be there ye did more taxes be pay Ghana for so no as NPP government you know the IMF were not going to sign any deal with us. But if these guys had gone to the IMF early on, na NDC kachoma, and you could have avoided the electricity, a quarterly increment of utility tariffs. But now let's go into the books and see, say, IMF ni Ghana for Tnasino. There are documents to prove, say, IMF any Ghana for etna meeting, omuji to me say, PURC for enfant shem say, it was a 3 months biano, yato kanya muana. Is there document? Are there facts? Are there evidence to prove say and the Kenya yatum 14% to say the uncle for you no a NPP for the diabedru ha Mamonfa Obia Meshe NDC abain Mema Obia fa Bibia Meshe a NDC John Mahama abain a MPP nkwasiafo we na NDC A2 omofo say agreement na omudi obutiko hyem no omon kontem na oman kontem a ye de light ni ye nsuo nyina be ka ho. They ignored the NDC. In fact, they insulted the NDC. They were making fun of the NDC. They were laughing. They were telling us, say, NDC for Nimunyansa. This is where we are. So we need to deal with it. Now, let's go into the wagon. Now, Yanko shared the evidence that explicitly shows us, say, increment in this 3-month tariff here, increasing no, NDC the buy and I say na eka NPP for agreement omone dey omone IMF sign here. Let's go into the documents. Now look at this. Already the 2024 first quarter Ghana Gas, Electricity and Water Tariff Decision, Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC for Omo 2024 quarterly data and our report. And na yebe kan efrim 2024 na John Mahama nye president. 2024 na NPP and our power. So don't get it twisted. So we say our other fact change say Uncle Fambra where PURC for Omankasa report a Public Utilities Regulatory Commission Omo reporter 2024 Omo Troya details ni nyina wo ho. Let's not get this wrong, because Omo catcher say they needed e-levy. Omo catcher say so Omo pass e-levy na some problems we nyina no esu betwa. That's what they told us. Murefi, mamu refi. Now let's go into the deal. Now, so read the document now. This is what you see in the 2024 PURC4 report, first quarter. Now, so go inside the reporter. Mami enlarge send you can follow. We don't want to hide anything. Now you see this document. Mami show table way. What table no? You see analysis 2.2. You will see 2.2.1 underpinning data. You will see findings, results from analysis and data. Now, you're starting free esrono, especially table 1, summary of data used in analysis of 2024 first quarter electricity tariffs. Almost show 2024 first 3 months electricity senior almost charge ye. I don't want to confuse a lot of you. We a PURC for Ankasa almost report. It is all checking data now. Now check it Omankasa report now. You can go out there and read for yourself. This is what is in the report. So we'll check it the summary of data used in analysis of 2024 first quarter electricity tariffs. Oba asiona ubehu A1 no ubehu hydro. And A2 no ubehu thermal. Now A1 no usha ukwa quarter 4 2023 parameters assumptions effective December 1st 2023. In the SAR report way December 1st 2023 almost first quarter almost fourth quarter 2023 no. That means the first the fourth quarter of 2023 no report no PURC for results in any. Now, Oko Asewa hydro. Now, 31.91. And we have fourth quarter 2023. That is the fourth quarter, last 3 months of 2023. Now, we have first 3 months of 2024. Into one say, last 3 months of 2023, no, almost to electricity tariff, almost to hydro, 31.91%. And on the 2024 first quarter, the first 3 months of 2024, no, and also no esa 34.81%. Now, Uba thermal. Uba will say fourth quarter 2023, the last 3 months of 2023, no, Uba will say at the thermal no cost 68.89. And over the first quarter of 2024, which is the first 3 months, January, February, March of 2024, no, a move called 65.19. Into increment, no, it was not any increment, a year low. It has been there. They have been increasing electricity, they have been increasing fuel, they have been increasing hydro, thermal, exchange rate, no. Who check exchange rate now? As back as fourth quarter of 2023, that is the last quarter of 2023, last 3 months of 2023, no. Now dollar near 11.92. Over the last quarter of first quarter of 2024, January, February, March 2024. Now dollar no 12.134. Time and now free power. The last quarter of 2024, no. Now almost 15 and over. Now I want you to understand a juma or my yato problems are omodi Ghana Koma, and they are trying to make it look like say President Kufo IMF, Mahama IMF, Ekufuado IMF, Mahama Nakofa problem whereby sa problem where a problem NPP for ejato a agreement omoko sign ya. They know said this agreement is going to cause a lot of problems. Okay, my mention idea be the reason why in here na NPP or power na every single day omone a PURC for issue in say. Every time be na PURC for episode the raw data na check the physical or the realistic numbers are also a when it comes to light bill and water bill. No, what the NPP were doing in the say, they were always telling PURC say they should cut the prices down, and that the government was going to later make sure say they come and pay that debt. Until they were always telling them say they were going to make sure they subsidize. Until they be an own time and NPP was no. Say PURC Ebertrom reporter, there's always a back and forth with the government because the government didn't want PURC to give you the raw picture. So they were always covering up the raw numbers. This is the first time you are seeing the raw numbers from PURC because the NDC is not interested in covering up the raw numbers. The raw numbers are not based on the chiramono. And NPP for any omoku debiano PURC for person omode utility tariffs omoshe na omo adjustia na debiano NPP for any omoku. It was because the finance minister and the government were always fighting PURC. You say they should not give Ghanaians the raw numbers, and that omontiso na abinable betuamo omo and no na air pile ekano because we didn't have any fiscal space. We were locked up. The vacuum that was created was artificial. We did not have real space whereby na ekanim. They had piled the system to the point to say we were at the end of the day locked up in debt. But they created the impression for Ghanaians to think, say, oh, yeah, got to aba Ekufuado and to lighting. But in reality, PURC they were harboring debts. They were concealing a data government was trying to hide from you. Now, yanko a documenting. This is PURC. Omankasa documenta. Omankasa documenta. A say the NPP government. Omoni IMF tnase eji to muse. This 3 months. Quarterly increment of electricity, water, any other utilities. No. Omubetum. It is in the report. In fact, the IMF agreement, it is in there. And PURC, at the end of the day, captured that. The IMF report, it has also captured that. Now, let me show you the details, the facts in the report. Now, when you look at the report itself, this is what you see. Sorry. So, we share a document where Mami enlarge no, Nami no one king kind. This is a document. The IMF document, any. The PURC, they have this document. This same document, the IMF also, they have it. Now let's read this document. IMF Monetary Fund, page 16, Ghana. This is the IMF document. Now you read the IMF one kata agreement. Now, GDP of certain underlying upward pressures from a more depreciated exchange rate. Additional quarterly tariff adjustment will be implemented in 2023 to compensate for any exchange rate and price movement and to bring tariffs close to cost recovery level, while efforts to improve operational efficiency of energy distribution as planned in the ESRP and the renegotiation of contracts with IPPs are expected to further reduce costs. In the IMF 4 document in Angasemuno, Omuji to say from 2023, increment in the quarterly utility tariffs, it was going to go up. In the sense, say the reason why Tomlisha agreement is say ebetumi aboa ama sebio IPPs are Ghana di omokano yetumi etua any contract be a Ghana asensan a yentumi ntua ka no yebetumi nya sika bi di etua until they put this in agreement say na be ya omo IMF no omo ho nkyere omo. So they expected the Ghana government at the end of the day to make sure say every 3 months biano omo increase light bill, omo increase water bill. This is 2023. IMF any Ghana for buying a NPP buying EG2 mu say every 3 months biano yen to lighting. Now already 0.7 now. This is what it says. I say beyond 2023, the program's baseline projections conservatively assumes that the sector shortfall will be gradually reduced to reach 1.7% of GDP in 2026. Say ya toto aya kaniemu every 3 months. The basically say by 2026 no aya Ghana eka edie no ana eka yede no esobeti so a percentage point of 1.7%, meaning say ya kwaso na say agreement a MPP sign ye no bosome miense bia ye to kaniem na ye to nsuo ma de ebe ye ne say ebeboa ema eka na ye de no ye ka eso ye no ye betumi enya sika ye betumi enya enough revenue to do what, to fight our debts. Now so ku anima or can be you see the IMF or staff urges the authorities to aim at a more rapid reduction in the sector shortfall under ESRP to create fiscal space for priority spending. This could be notably achieved through additional ad hoc tariff increases while protecting vulnerable households. Mami take last part in Mountie. Or say, this could notably achieved through additional ad hoc tariff increases while protecting vulnerable households. Almost say, Ghana, a car a soye, say you bet me a kosakano, na you bet me to your IMF, Bessia Yakwaje, na you bet me to your IPPs, our mobile and Kanye Jinaswa. I was say at the end of the day, no, Yan Kanyano, Bosumumi and Sebiano, agreement on many MPP core and say, I was say Bosumimi and Sebiani, ya tokanim. And non kwane adia a bet to me abwa Ghana ama yesika some ejina and naso by 2026 ending. Inti, when you read this document, I was what say the agreement na MPP Oforiata Bawumia and IMF course signing you know, they put us in a corner in an agreement. We will be increasing electricity tariffs, water, all these utility tariffs, you know, every 3 months, biano, from 2022 ending to 2026, you know, our sabosumi and sebiano, yatum. Now, sir, who read the document now? You read it, show. We are showing you the evidence. At the Kudientia MPP4 and a cover problem we have, and quickly they are making it look like so many idea biao. Sa MPP way. Omonya party omuniminya sound person of Ghana. Ghanaians, you need to understand say it's a political party omutratro. They think say ye Jimmy, and you see they have gotten some media houses bia omo boa omo adada Ghana for Mr. S, Mr. P. All right, I will show this. I will show the source, the first page. All right. It's a moment kind 5.0 no. E ho na obehu asema omo kan ye ewo sa IMF document. Where IMF document we have the page in the bachelor. Now I can kasa wako page no. Now I kind document no, because we don't want to mislead anybody. Yani we don't believe in Jandam. We believe in the facts. Now already 5.0 IMF document now. This is what they have written. Over 5.0 electricity and water tariff adjustment for first quarter 2024. In the document, you know, answer na MPP every power no. Omuji to say agreement, you know, 2024 first quarter no, first 3 months from 2024 no. I was say you increase electricity tariffs every 3 months. And it's 2025 we no. Yeah, increase the electricity tariffs. And yeah, end this in a cover buy. Omo buy an agreement in the ho. Agreement MPP4 assign into a document where which is the PURC reporter Omankasa echo extract a free IMF report now. This is what it says. Now the commission where PURC for report no the this is the PURC report na make kind show no. We have the IMF report in the background. Or say, the commission will continue to implement the quarterly tariff review. TA PURC for a report on 2024. No, almost say, the be the red na mark. Read with me. Canada Japan best read my lips. Obi on tebro bi asa no kasa. PURC Fortune report in 2024 almost say the commission will continue to implement the quarterly tariff review mechanism per each rate setting guidelines for quarterly review of natural gas, electricity and water tariffs. Monitor the operations of the utility service providers to ensure value for money and quality of service delivery. TA, or see, the commission will continue. So I report to a 2024 PURC report. Almost say the commission will continue to implement the quarterly tariff review mechanism per each rate setting guidelines for quarterly review of natural gas. So it means every quarter biano, every 3 months biano, omobe increase natural gas, omobeto gas, omobeto electricity, and omobeto insume water. We are not monitor. Now, furthermore, the commission encourages utility services providers to double their effort in revenue collection in order to address the financial difficulties which bedeviled utility services providers. Into the reason why IMF for NPP are buying Bawomiani of Foriatam Kufadomo at the Omutisha agreement women say no minim say a coin way soon quani a quanya omubet me ayden omubet to me a raise sika edietia a car ye the IMF because IMF were asking Oforiata Bawomiamu say how are you going to pay your debt? And Oforiata de Bawomiamu say and ye I was said debiano ye mia Ghana for na bosome mi ensebia ye to kaniem ye to gasim ye to nsuom send ye beya eye ECG mo ye be boa monitor omo through PURC na omo ye de omo tuma gigi eye light bill ni ye agigi water bill ni ye am make sure say ye gas no ye ton ni ye na ye nyamfa so de tua ye ho ka inti IMF deal no omo sign ye no agreement no clearly no omo ko catch IMF for say omo mayentu nsuo kanea ene se bio gas mu every 3 months yen to bonim sane be betumi nyi siketua ye hoka. This is PURC 2024 report. Now so ko pick IMF wankasa documenter, does it actually tell you clearly say Ghana for omni etna ase no they actually came to that agreement to say your utilities no e was say bosome miense bia na yatum, and this is a reporter ye chrono under eye Ekufuado Bawumia Oforiata omo no mokotena IMF e chro e signing agreement we intani ya to kaniem ya to nsuom na bosome miense bia ya tum kosoro a enye NDC eye mo NPP no eye e car omo jato Ghana so e na NDC aban no air fight. Now let me show you. This is the IMF report. Let me enlarge it. Where International Monetary Fund document we obia betuma kohwehwa kan. Now so what kind document now? Where IMF documents? These are legitimate documents. We are not hiding anything from you. Let me read the document with you. Osha date now eshesuna May 2023. Go on the IMF website, you will see it. Yeah, mamati asie say and they are talking near my NDC. A NPP Bawumia Ekufuado Kede Japan mo enom di etikosha agreement ase. And into a year to Kanium. Now, when you read the document from IMF, where a legitimate IMF document, uhiako IMF website, you will find it. Mr. P, Mr. S, team. Do you have something for me? Okay, you want me to add this to it, right? Okay, Mr. S, I'll add this to the document. Me team this for document to be ensankahu. Into a redo way we are the another document to be akahu. This is all coming from the IMF. Thank you, Mr. S. Now let's read this document. Request for an arrangement under the extended credit facility. That is the IMF agreement. Where May 2023. Press release, staff report, and statement by the executive director for Ghana. Now, when you read the document, this is what it says. In the context of the request for an arrangement under the extended credit facility, the following documents have been released and are included in this package. A press release including statement by the chair of the executive board, staff report, a debt sustainability analysis, ubehu debt sustainability analysis, supplementary information, statement by the executive director of Ghana, IMF transparency policy. Now, let's go into the document. This is the document. Let's read it. Now, when you read the document, IMF, on website as well, that is where we read each IMF document and can clearly say GDP offsetting underlining upward pressure from a more depreciated exchange rate. Additional quarterly tariff adjustment will be implemented in 2023. This is an IMF document. Agreement no more sign here, no. It is clearly stated in it to say tariff adjustment will be implemented in 2023 to compensate for any exchange rate and price movement and to bring tariff close to cost recovery level. When you read the IMF document, it is stated in there clearly. This is May 2023. May 2023, na NPP na power. Na Oforiata na signing agreement with the IMF. So it is clearly, it is in the IMF document to say it was implemented in 2023. Entire day and the Gideon Boako Kotina Asempa. Now Kache Ghana for say IMF and the Kanya Yatutumno Yemblemu ba John Mahama. Actually with Jimmy. I am not speaking from my mind. I am speaking from IMF document. Ghana and IMF signing here. This is not my document. I did not make this document up. This was an agreement signed by NPP government and the IMF. And it has clearly been stated in there, say, the additional quarterly tariff adjustment will be implemented in 2023 to compensate for any exchange rate. It is not say, I had to say, Yashada. Yeah, Mr. S, I know. Mr. S, which one are you giving me? Yes. So when you, in fact, say, already document way, if you want to even go up, now already free surah, you will see something like this. Let me show you. So about top one, let's read from the top. You understand what I mean. The Power Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC, recently raised electricity tariffs by close to 30%. That is prior to action, bringing the cumulative increase since mid-2022 to 57% to help reduce the cost recovery gap and limit this year's shortfall to around 2.7% of GDP. It is a already documenting Napo every topper. This document is the IMF report. In the IMF report, it says the Power Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC, recently raised electricity tariffs by close to 30%, bringing the cumulative increase since mid-2022 to 57% to help reduce the cost recovery gap and limit this year's shortfall to around 2.7% of GDP. Meaning, they started increasing utility tariffs from 2022. They started increasing it even before they went to IMF to go and put Ghana in this agreement. So how can any NPP person sit on TV, and tell Ghana for say, NDC and Alberto Kanium way back in 2022, and I'm what started quarterly, what started to Kanium. But the reason why you are not seeing it is say those were the kind of things they were doing. They were suppressing it. They were not telling you, but they were all in the documents. The NPP are diabolic. They are bad people. They know what they did in opposition. They collapsed your country. This document I'm showing you, go to the PURC report. It is there, 2024. Go to the IMF agreement. It is in there. I am not making this up. These are all facts. These documents I'm showing you, Nina are factual. We have not taken any word out. If you go on IMF website, what I am showing you is there. Then MPP for what has John Mahama's IMF agreement, John Mahama 1, 2015 IMF agreement, got to do with 2024, 2023 Ekufuado IMF agreement. How do you correlate these two? It is a Ekufuado IMF agreement, not increment of electricity tariff anymore. Does it mean say 2024 Ekufuado, 2022 Ekufuado IMF agreement? It cannot be in there. How do you call these guys economists? How do you entertain such people? anything I deem is sometimes you keep some of the words because this is total disrespect to the Ghanaian. But I don't blame Gideon Boaku. I blame Obina Otuono because it was the same platform and Otumfoɔ Sekotena to say these people are going into an agreement that is going to force Ghanaians to increase electricity tariff every quarter. Obi knows, Obi Munyinanim, but you see, they sit with these people behind the scenes and they deliberately come out to lie to you. How can you compare Ekufuado IMF to Kofo's IMF? How can you compare John Mahama 2015 IMF deal to Ekufuado 2023 IMF deal? How do you do that? How do you expect all the agreements to be the same? In fact, Kofoako IMF no na Ghana GDP is saying. Mahama 2015 Eko IMF no na Ghana GDP is saying. Ekufuado ko IMF no Baomiam ko IMF no GDP is saying. Kofoako IMF no na Ghana at that point no na Ghana dollar exchange rate net saying how much was Kufo demanding or asking from the IMF? How much was John Mahama 2015 or IMF? How much was he asking? He was asking for just $900 million. Time Manamoko IMF no, what was our GDP? What was the exchange rate? How much were you demanding from the IMF? 3 billion. So you expect the agreement to be the same? I try to restrain myself. I swear to God. It is not my wish to insult people, but sometimes it's so tough. It is not my wish to tell somebody that they are stupid, to tell somebody that they are deliberately misinforming Ghanaians, disinforming Ghanaians because they think say that is my problem. It hurts me when I use such words against people. But when I look at them and the kind of disrespect they disrespect Ghanaians, the way they see say Jimmy, but they can just go on radio and it hurts me say we get Ghanaians sitting there hailing such people. Let me tell you, we don't get up in the morning to come sit here and say, where they were Jimmy, where we don't sit in the morning to say we want to do that. It is when these people continuously, consistently, out of their inconsistency, try to disrespect the intelligence of Ghanaians and not forcing people like us to use the kind of words we use. This is straightforward insult. Ghana Tanasi. So far. Aban we buy no omo se nyoma ejina ne naso. Bank of Ghana atoto nyoma ma eyomo wanwa sibia nyoma ejina ne naso no. Broni ni kasa no o say 2024 ya start say ya atoto nyoma na nyoma ejina so. De esi ye e 2024 ending ne say omo hu say before election 2024 no Ghana sikasem amanfo bi sa de omo nsa bomu. Broni na and the Oti Ghana and Otumfoɔ Sedin Komono. Or say 2024 before elections, no. Yanemuko agreement now Moka Samoji to the Tumunyomano. NPP near agreement Tomka say almost Shenyoma year, na ye show mono. A car bosumi bakum yenumi and Samayako to Abano. Ghana sikasam as I say. But or say or bought a bang way abaso. For the 3 months no meji sikasamono. Omo to me I'm a Bank of Ghana Jinan and Aso. Omo timi asa de Ghana sikasem ejina ne naso omo wu se omo tutu nyoma Otumfoɔ sen kasa no o se wo se agreement we da ho de ye ko a ye betumi akoma na afiri ho ne se eye enkwahya NPP de ye ko hye mu ye tariffs a eye bosome miensa bia e wo se ye tum no NDC aban e bo mo homodin bia se omo be pe kwan bi so na omo yi Ghana tire free ase nkakra ene na ema broni ni kasa no o se eye IMF program na ye ne mo koye no na ya dream say peke say pekia me yakoto aba no ehɔ na MPP aban e de omo nsa bɔ mu sika mu into before elections no MPP aban ba omia Ekufuado Bamti Gabi mu bedi etuo mu no omo sa wia mu sika no e ma mu sika sam sa sɛye na ye wanwa sɛ ende ye no mo ka sei bosom miensa pepepe mo NDC for etuama Ghana mu sika sam gina ne naso but sankofo we Ochina no pa omba we ka kire say NDC aban and e light bill kosro Ghana ni bia obetie MPP na wo problem o wadwenem Ghana ni bia obesori anopa say me wo MPP na me wo MPP ye pese MPP ba power na sebio bibi kakra how we should not give the NPP any opportunity. And the men say, Guta, almost so akasa. Almost say, sa prices a yɛde ato deɛn kanea nsuo increment in these tariffs no Gutafoɔ sɛ was say Ghana yɛtena se na yɛhwehwɛ nsɛm mu because ɔmo hu ni sɛ nipa bi ɛna di abro especially woba ECG sika ɔmo wiaeɛ and the Guta the Ghana Union of Traders Association has opposed the recent increase in utility tariffs approved by the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. Almost say increment na no wedding. Na mmom no, omo person ka kira aban say aban entwa na ni nkɔhwɛ omo ana omo hwɛ yɛn kanea so. Omo hwɛ ECG so. Na omo nya nhwehwɛmu na omo amabɔ krono no yɛn kyi omo ntum. Every say Gutafoɔ ne hu say problem a yɛkɔ mu ndɛ no ɛnyɛ NDC aban na de ba yɛ. Ghana Union of Traders ne hu say ɛyɛ aban a na ɛwɔ hɔ. Send your man manage your electricity ye. Send your man manage ECG ye. Send your sika sem omo tutu pansam ye. Omo jiji sika wo ECG no modi. Afe nyo marking Idrisu Anodompre Keligajepo eye Dubik Mahama Napo as energy minister. Guta say aban we ntwa nanim kohwe akire. Accountability probity is important because Guta for them say bra ye bra nde no because of NPP for mismanagement of our energy sector. Sika omudie inti sa aban we ntuma antwe omaso a na ye na wose blame aban we inti Gutafoɔ krakasa ye no IMF for panyin ne ka se ampa ofo Gutafoɔ no so efri se omo ne Ghana ye adwuma omo bra ye brand na de NPP aban sene omo ntumi antoto ye electricity company ye sika sam ye sene omo wi ye light poles afenyoma kemo Anodompre mo NPP for ko gu ECG omo wi containers no and bronia ofri IMF krampo F4 Gutafoɔ so mo say the course ni nyina no I was here tiase say ECG and cover problem ba ye omo a omo di ECG enim omo a na omo ye den omo a na ECG hye omo nsa den afenyoma ken den omo a ye di ECG hye omo nsa Dubik Mahama Mamencho Anodompre. These are the people na omo ka kire mo say we need to make sure IMF one my advice omo support Guta ECG mismanagement post ayehu and the Kennedy to me gina bedwam no aka kire Ghana for say our post good warehouse our meters good warehouse afenyo marking Anodompre. These people were the when him say Fremont Pari not Fremont Pari baba na order ECG board so when him say the chief of staff, the daughter of the chief of staff, Fremont Pari, not ne baba. Fremont Pari's daughter was on the ECG board. Apart from us having these people on the board, you know, apart from the NPP minority piglets, frontliners, yadi to ECG board, you know. Do you know, say, Fremont Pari or NPP chief of staff, Ekufuor the chief of staff for 8 years. No? Do you know, say, na Fremont opare ne baba, and so that ECG boards. Do you know? Yeah. Fremont Pari's daughter was on the ECG board. These people were all on the ECG board. Into the damage they did, you know, no problem we aba. And into the IMF for say accountability is important. Fremont Pari ne baba ni. Let me show you. You see, that is Fremont Pari's daughter. On the Gina on the share red, no. Fremont Pari ne baba no. She was on the board of ECG. 80 they deliberately stole from you people. These are criminals. Do not sit in Ghana and blame John Mahama. John Mahama ni NDC ba powder bang. Fremont Pari baba was on the board of ECG. Also, these are people who stole from you, and they, as we speak, no, now ECG were not paying the IPPs, so we were making losses. And then IMF no catch them no. And who were the people handling ECG? These were the people in charge of ECG. These three people today leading NPP in Parliament. They are the corporates. Containers and when Parliament resumes, and Kwasiafo mienso ba be gyina nim say, Mr. Speaker, we don't agree. These are piglets. These are not people we have to take serious. Do not listen to NPP Jadam. They don't have anything to say. They know some part negu. These are people you cannot trust. The chief of staff, Frema Opare, Nebaba, was on the board of ECG. Mon friend Musan, Olo Jina Hono. Unim Sika Otama Nemame. She was quietly sitting there. Containers na irano. Sanko fu ina tam de also tamko. Then you sit here and you tell me say, Mahama na abeto kaniem. They did it. And it's not quickly. They are all over the place. Mumblemo and DC. The NPP is not a party that you can trust. The NPP as a political party, you cannot trust them because they don't respect Ghanaians. Because I'm just a Ghana for nyansa. And only the frustration people like us, it pisses us off. They be a betanani kasana mujusi any obi personal issue. Yani obi any personal problem. But you person Ghana for who no the NPP, they have nothing good for you. Ignore them. They are to forcing Finance Ministry, John Dramani Mahama, the NDC government will change things. They will correct the system. They will make sure that the next 42 years, Ghana, Ebenyan and Tuma Pefra, we will put Ghana on the right track. See a man they will destroy whatever we are building now. So let's not listen to these people. Let's not give NPP any room. It is Jadam. Omunimboni omodi. Ya too light munne. The next 3 months ya tum. Ya betu kanye mwa kopim 2027 January. Yes. And Ghana for to be. We cannot do anything about it because that is the agreement we signed with IMF under Ekufuado Bawumia Kenuforiata. That is the agreement. There's nothing the NDC government can do. We cannot do anything. From now to January 2027, you have to brace yourself for the work NPP did, the danger they put us in, the horrible contract they made us sign, the agreement they knew was going to affect we the ordinary citizens. And they want to bantama, and they want to tafu, and they want to house interest, or to asafu, what to Ghana have baby and atom kanima, a Ophoria Tani MPP no, Amunonko sign this agreement no. The John Mahama NDC administration, they have done nothing wrong. Don't let these people lie to you. They deliberately did this. They destroyed your energy sector. They made sure say Omar ran them down and almost signed a contract. Today they are sitting on the fringes, they are sitting on the walls, and they are telling you say, NDC for 3 more doing the light bill from Ende. You started to Kanyemu from 2022. They were lying to you. They didn't show you. John Mahama, they don't have any reason to lie to you. That is why you are seeing the raw figures. And we all have to work hard to fight this. John Mahama cannot fight this alone. Otumfoɔ cannot do this alone. The NDC as a political party, they can't do it. It is you and I. It is out to Swami. Sawoti, aya asafuna o cold store. Now Virginia will say, oh, yeah, campaign it here, John Mahama. Oh, per se MPP no, and this ninja ya. Wuna oba bre, if we say, and the increment by 180 ya. So we are supposed to put that basic tribal political sentiments on the side. Let us look at the minutest issues. The issue that has brought us here. NPP as a political party, I have taken my time to explain baby ankofo edi abedura kyerɛw. So almost say more document be a counter document say me ekobedu me boa. They should use their platforms to bring those documents. They will never talk about these things because they don't have the mental capability to do this. They don't have the genuineness of heart to do this. This is what we were built to do. And the reason why we love to do this is because me pese Ghana for no krena se. Ghana for a protect your way. Ghana for who say yede no krena chichire mine. So yen nyina bete saade na se a nobody can lie to us. No single Ghanaian can lie to Ghanaians. Anything last me the chira will say, so wo hwe a car nkofo we e boye. Ewo ECG. Last me the table no chira. Se me boa join news for so boa. O se the table we chira. Me catch you say time a MPP what power. Hwe a car ECG e boye. Oh, sa table we. Me sa the chira biom. You see ECG's from profitability 2012 to 2023. Whoa. Over 2012 ECG no de ka $136 million. Over 2013, $246 million. A car na ye as Ghanaian, sorry. ECG and the Mahama 136 million and a jump call 246 million. 2014 and a Etiba 38 million. John Mahama to be fighting Kano from 246 million to 38 million. 2015 a circle top, a circle 291 million. The year 2016 and a Kano John Mahama mu a breaky even. Na Ghana ECG Ndeka. Time John Mahama a free power in 2016. A handy over in 2017 January. Na ECG make a profit of 209 million. Na ECG Ndeka. In Ghana cedis, sorry, not in dollars. In Ghana cedis, no. Time John Mahama a free power in 2016, no. Na ECG, na Yandeka, near making a profit of 209 million. At least, now we had broken even. Na ECG. From 2012, John Mahama Betraso, na ECG edeka 136 million cedis. 2013, na ECG edeka 246 million cedis. 2014, John Mahama take also be do 38 million cedis. And a sad jump court 291 million cedis. Doom so hit ye. Time na John Mahama a free power in 2016. Na ECG and deka. Na John Mahama NDC almost break even. John Mahama make a profit of 209 million Ghana and Odani ECG Edema Ekufuado. John Mahama a free power na ECG Ndeka. And in 2016. Now Ekufuado mobile power 2017 January 7th. ECG ka a jump from Abiane yawo sikada ho 209 million no. Ya bedeka 497 million 2017. 2017 and the NPP Yabedeka 497 million 2017 kwa Yaba 2018 a can jump called 2.2 billion. This is under NPP. Na Fremo Parema na Dubikma na Sankofo we go. 2018 a jump called 2.2 billion. 2019 and a tiba 1.46 billion cedis. 2020 election yemboka sesiano yenyamfa so of 410 million. Good job anamebwa. 2020 sikare nyane wen sa time na covid a hit. IMF mayiska, World Bank mayiska, donors mayiska. Inti sa sika na ananka wose de sustain no almost ECG mboka. Enumu no be free water no. Do you remember? Aha. Enom de be da mo. Now ye election 2020 and about 2021 and the Canada back to 1.4 billion. And then a jump free, breaking even of 410 million. Quickly in less than a year, we were now owing 1.45 billion because in 2020 they were lying to you about the figure they showed you. And about 2022, afena ye kanajin sem from 1.4 billion 2022 under MPP. Under NPP, na ECG deka 8 billion. 8 billion. 2023, a year to election 2024. Na ECG kano move work 10 billion. Omuja power ma John Mahama in 2025. Na ECG deka 60 billion. Between 2023 and 2025 January. Na ECG deka 60 billion. You think it's a joke? You think this is a joke? This is not a joke. This is a fact. These are the realities. Do not underestimate the MPP. So when your opportunity to break this country down, civil war BC. From 2022 to 2024, ECG the 60 billion. Into sa election year no. Almost the 40 to 50 billion cedis na car ECG ka ho. Ni na way containers na yira na be ECG ka. Cables na yira na be ECG ka. Poles na yira na be ECG ka. Afenyo mark motena board so sign a contract ma omo. Sa companies no mo be clear container goods area free airport no e be ECG ka. These people deliberately destroyed this nation. Do not underestimate the MPP and don't forget PDS so the over $500 million. PDS. When you are PDS, I'll come back with PDS. It is all got to say NPP ni TV so chna. Now I can say I monshare the NDC for their bar. Mon can just say hey, for Jimmy corner yenti your mind. They cannot help anybody in Ghana. That party called the NPP a dangerous political group. This group of people leading the NPP, these are the downfall. When we need the ECG downfall. Light posts, when we need street lights, you know. Containers, these are the people. They were on the board. PDS $500 million. Unim say everything there, your account. You know that the government is looking into it. You think it's a joke? Let's not underestimate NPP. JJ Rollins catch them. The NPP is dangerous. And they be JJ Rollins catch them say, do not underestimate the NPP. They can kill their own and laugh. What about you? Napo to stage no akasa mo kwame nkroma no no mo bo mu nsem. These are blood-sucking dangerous people. Collectively we need to come together, put the political affiliation aside and listen to what JJ Rollins was saying. The NPP can never be underestimated. You know it, and me amputee, I know it. They are dangerous. They are reorganizing. When 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liars come together, they are like pythons. Say konkonsafo ne atrofo be enum hia, omo te say cobra. And right now they are wounded. A lot of cobra, they are gathering a lot of venom, and the venom of jandam, the venom of lies. Afei na omo krono ene omo dien atrono, afei na ebeji ne ho. This is the time they are going to pretend and act. This is the time they are going to show you, say, they are not the evil you think they are. They are dangerous people. Do not underestimate the NPP. Oh, how quickly they came to say they know nothing about the increment in tariffs, no. The same way. And they all say, Obeko Kantamanto, yes, a content creator, Kasongo 99, Afinyo, Wakoji Mike, or Tonya Minyum. They think, say, you're the whole 1999 space in him. Omujin say, Ombe to me day. Bobro Weje, Sankwasi, Anyumana, Kufomo de Ba Power, no. They still don't understand the modern day politics. They are still enshrined in their primitive tendencies, making them believe, say, Obiye Jimmy, but they are the wisest people. These are dangerous people. They don't respect the intelligence of Ghanaians. Internano, say, Kasongo 99, onam jom no akwaji Michael Kantamanto, Yento Nyamenyom, Otu Nyamenyoma and Chesa Wonya Kromfo. It does not take that thing away from you. It does not take that incompetence away from you. It does not take that corruption tag from you. It does not take the disrespect to the rule of law from you. It does not take that family and friends in the pot. It does not take from you. It does not take that tribal tendencies from you. You are still who you are. It does not matter what you do. Into the NPP, they think Jimmy. They are still doing the Patricia PJ politics. That agama lizard called Diana Samoa kind of politics. These are dangerous. They are like leopards. These are like vultures. We're dangerous. That's all I can tell you. I don't underestimate them because NPP for over careless how. I don't underestimate them. NDC, NPP for me echo. I don't underestimate NPP. I am always on alert when it comes to NPP. They killed their own. They still laugh about it. They don't care. So do not underestimate. Simple. They don't talk about it. They laugh about it at parties. So do not underestimate the NPP. It is not a political party. It's a collection and cluster of criminals, murderers, thieves, people who don't have feelings. They don't have empathy and sympathy. These are people who only are involved in power struggle. This NPP leadership and the people in this NPP is about self-enrichment. It is about suppressing people. These are pure 100% scavengers. DNA is 100% pure. They will eat you alive and laugh at your funeral. They don't care. Do not underestimate them. Men can say, Jimmy. They know what they are doing. And it's then the macho Mike and Nanam, Eddie, a Jom Etonyaminyom, Kasongo 99, on him say MPP base na say. Let's get serious, my people. I am here to tell you the truth. I keep telling Ghanaians, I have nothing against the NPP as a political party, but I will not allow the NPP to rule again. I will never allow it. Personally, me need any problem with them, but they are not fit to govern. They are fit to deal with chieftaincy issues. I've analyzed the party. I've looked at the way they think. I've analyzed the way they do things. I know they are fit to be a chieftaincy party. They are good in chieftaincy issues. They are good in tribal issues. I'll give it to them 100%. They should take it. But when it comes to governance, no. They are not ready and ripe and sincere enough to govern a nation. They are sincere enough to their tribe. They are sincere enough to be hailing chiefs. They are sincere enough to be chief makers or king makers. I get it as chieftaincy party. But when it comes to governance, the NPP should not come close to governance again. And intina, the two parties are yete baako a himfie and yete baako in public space. The atina himfie na etna himfie. Yente party wa himfie mani medi Ghana, so it does not work like that. The motivated party no, baby a better party no, baby omujina party no, it tells you a lot about the party. And it's not Kwame Nkrumah declare independence no, Ojina Independence Square. And come to me them, but there's a reason why he was at Independence Square. In this big Jina Himfie party, the purpose for the party is to protect Himfie, not for the benefit of the nation. Into the two parties have different ideologies, vision, and reasons why they want to govern. And I've analyzed the two parties, and I know, sir, the NPP is built to be a chieftaincy or a palace party. They cannot be a party for the people. Foundation. Building a party where you build how it stand, how it started, it tells a lot about the party and where they want to get to. Now, team, I have about 20 minutes to end today's show. All right, team, look at there. You see this story. Matisse and Kofo yedidi. They didn't even say. You say the new Kumasi mayor Zuba. You say what can't say about hawkers and traders who are working or who at the end of the day they have taken over the streets of the Kumasi busy area Edum. Now Zuba and I say the Kumasi mayor Kasano, and I've listened to that statement. I see, on it there he believes in democratic rule, but a little bit of military attachment to it. He believes in it because when it comes to Edum, me sure say yente that say omo mujina Edum a thing air block gutters, air block pavement. This is the first time Ayaka say mema obia enjina ekwan ho. Emfa table mbesi kwan ho em block traffic enye fin e wa santimemu. This is not the first time. As the mayor of Kumasi, he has a plan, and the plan is to make sure he enforces the law. As a journalist, my job here is that semi nimejuma meka kire obia original pavement so aye adwuma aton ade aye fin a block gutter say in your own interest. Semi a journalist a meka kire obia obu mraso e Kumasi edum say free baby a obu mraso no if we say emra no ebetumi no wedi. It is simple as that. Me say dey semi a journalist am wo Kumasi a, my message to the people who are breaking the law, who are forcing the mayor to make this statement will be that mo a mo gina kwan ho edum a ma block kwan, mo ye efin air block gutters, mo air block traffic, mo a mo ni ho kwan se mo be gina ekwan ho aye den aye edwuma egu asantiman ho fin say asantiman dwa no Me a journalist to Kumasi America say move free kwano because we want the law to work and we want everybody to adhere to the laws. Now it does not matter whatever he said, because in the first place the Kumasi mayor has not attacked anybody. Listen to me. Say Kumasi mayor catcher say me betu okwan ho metwa wachi me gwawa. At the end of the day, he has made the statement, but he has not made the action. He has not taken the action. That's the right word I'm looking for. He has not taken the action. So nobody can sit in Kumasi and say, so we boom raso. Maybe the intentions are there, but he has other ways to, at the end of the day, approach the situation. The question here is, omu jina gatas so jina kwan ho ye efin block gatas we dum no, are they right? They are wrong. Now remember, the law, mo amujina dum na mubu mra no. Ma adwene am say NPP ni bi gina TV so me te said the last guy kwasi ampanyi anwurani aboa wa betena city. The mayor is using military there and the kwasi Ghana na efo. Una ko gina court say trumu wo protect it. Ekuro bi anka bow trimu to atwatwene. Awona four boys ni baby agimi to the point say omo bedu nkran a no munya mic enim tena Bernard Avle mo ne the last guy mo kwasi afo betena mic enim a omo nyinso nim nyansa chen obi a. The last guy call law, you law papa bi oyeye. Kwasi ampanyi de bia na oti eye city so on anim wiase nyansa me see. Wo the last guy ka kopie Malawi anke kum. Na Ghana na mu ofo. Jinifo trumu na wo protect trumu ma afenyo market. And the other man no should nose mask or Ghana. Now the real issue is we need to understand say sometimes the law, if we decide to resist the law or we decide to push back, there's something called a reasonable force. It is the responsibility of the mayor of Kumasi to make sure Kumasi is clean. It is the responsibility of the mayor of Kumasi to make sure say Otumfoɔ say to assassin office he keeps the city clean. If he's going to use reasonable force, and some of the reasonable force say so when mrano ya bo koko na so we wadwiri say wo ye this year obeton nyoma e wo pavement so a reasonable force dey bi ni say ebetuma atwewase e de wato ka mu akoto to jail. Reasonable force say o resist say ye yi wo fu etumi hwewasum. There are so many ways to define reasonable force. Enti say moto na say obi aba santimemu na say opeso enforce mra no na mumu bi ma adwene ya mo say ye de Kumasi yete ye besi ebu mra so ye muo bia. I support the mayor 1,000%. When he gets on the street and people are obia or tekwana wa emra eman hokwa is on hono, he should apply reasonable force. Because police grab a chow, na say wa go home police na chow, na okuta warrant, na wa go home because warrant in the man who is on chow, and na on fa unko. The same way mayor no, I want the right, anything or them rana to, anything I catch them say, oh mamo. Days way mu free her because emrane mamu ho kwan into the warrant no and the warning or the amamono. So if he has given you the warning as in his capacity as the mayor of Kumasi, that's why you say you will not adhere to his warrant, his warning, he can apply reasonable force. Intermediate montana na kwan ho because a person clearly got this no. A person clearly the business center. A person oti or mining na obi efra broche be dua santimema who say Otumfoɔ ntifimu na Otumfoɔ garden city no ampa emu ehwam emu nya time into the 2 weeks notice no they also here this year no only the ombu mra no so ntena ho. I support mayor Zuba every reasonable force he needs to take to clean the business center the Kumasi Edum center no he should apply the law. They also want to Uncle Court. Me say we are going to force Ghanaians to develop this country. Obianiwa our permits to sell on the pavement. Obianiwa Otumfoɔ for fast any permits to sell on the pavement of Kumasi. Otumfoɔ or say to Miami Nana. Ne wa fast bianiwa what permit. Otumfoɔ Kraneba does not have permit to sell on the pavement in Kumasi. Why no to come and tell me say mayor say leave the pavement because the pavement belongs to the government. Anything you see da. And it's all kwasi abetena kwan no ho. Na so why adwene say ye dey atena fi mu ache into ntumi nsesan ye. The problem with Asante mining say you are scared of change. You cannot adapt to change. When you hear change, when you hear change, all because say yes, some abraba it is a bit fimua, not otifinum and fair. But we are going to change that narrative. And into our PZ, obit in Sioso, on sorry near Bubu, Nayama is sweating Jinaho, send a jatoa, ya bet me a doom jana, or say on Tiasi and asase. You people cannot adapt to change. More problem, you say, Musro change. And it's a more problem with Kumasi Ashanti regional minister. And it's a more problem with Kumasi mayor because Musro change. So be the at the papa be a ba na opeso osisa santimai ema enitia na Musro because you are used to, majority of you, with all due respect, you are used to filth. A thing, any krasam. You are used to it. You grew up in it. You think say change is something that you cannot adapt to. Into the echoes why you are fighting back, it is the change you are scared of. But this gentleman is willing to work because he has been a DC in Obuasi before. MC, I saw his work. He insisted in changing Obuasi. Obuasi Hosi Parker. He insisted. He got resistance, but he insisted and he got it done. And I know this gentleman, with the help of the regional minister, you people can say whatever you want to say. Young men, NDC4, but these people need to apply the law. Sa in semna yeti fimu, ye defend fin, I dream say a fin, baby a panel, we will stop it. I support the mayor 1,000%. You people can misquote him. I don't care about you misquoting the mayor. I care about the output. I care about the job. Is he going to deliver? That's what I need. Yenya Ashanti regional minister kwasi ampenyi we betina Kumasi didi mu nyina matem motena ho because you are used to dirty people, you are used to filth, you are used to being and staying in one position without adapting to change. But change is coming and you cannot do anything. Well, 1% you be cheerful so Kumasi no, you have to go into the market to sell. So what's not gata no ho, so we have fingu gata nim, so we create a thing you be cheerful so. So Otumfoɔ ba no kra you be cheerful so. Say me say Otumfoɔ wo fast no kra you be cheerful so. Come and share report it because Otumfoɔ said to the adwuma hye me yon nsa. Or say ontia santeman ho, wan ka say onti baby ho, or say ontia santeman enim. Into his job is to clean a santeman. I need the outcome. I don't care about the misquoting. I don't care about the insult you are insulting him. As far as I know, John Mahama has given me a job. And that job is to make sure Ashanti region is cleaned, is protected, and you, the people there, will protect your lives. The all year and then is to protect your lives. Because Mumubi, a fee, a kumo. So nobody should think, say, the misquoting and trying to put this guy in a box will stop this guy from delivering. He will make sure he does the job. Massa, Zuba, let me tell you, do not listen to Kumasi. Kumasi na say kotoko. Kumasi and Omushefia no mudi Otumfoɔ atem. Me na make catchro Kumasi omu ofia, omu fro Otumfoɔ say tutu kokudua. Kumasi we ya, omu pia no mafra ntoma, no abutubutu na nanim. Minim Kumasi. I know them. Minyini wa santimemu. Me say sa Kumasi we no mudi Otumfoɔ, omu di na tem wo dem. Kumasi no mokeka Otumfoɔ ho nsɛm. Ɛyɛ saa santifo Kumasi we ya na kabantema hene ho nsɛm. Kumasi na ka sɛ Mahama aba Kumasi abedi Otumfoɔ ata ɛyɛ we mu a. Do not listen to Kumasi. Na nya Kumasi nyina na pe Kumasi ye. Omo hene pon no kora no, omo ka no ho asɛm. Omo di na tem wo dem. Omo pia bontina na ma bebu buntuma, ebutu fam sɛ nkokɔ. I know these people. I know them like my boxers. You cannot please them. Do what you have to do to help Asanteman. Otumfoɔ nko tie Kumasifoɔ anu anko ntumi ndi hene. Otumfoɔ said to ɔno ane nkɔfoɔ sɛ otie ɔmo suban ene ɔmo anu a anka henie nko gya to hɔ. Ɔmo tumi di na tem wɔ dem to say the onyo hene. We hear it every day. Do not underestimate them. Don't give them the room to misbehave. Concentrate, respect the chief, and do your job. The Osi on perse obey with human uncle report to my JM. That is the most important thing now. Minim Kumasi minim Asante nipa omutumi eku abua eku aboate ne yamu bini ede yan kwan no mo ye dangerous mo be dangerous so wo pe obi manaka asantefo kumasefo asama kire abuso Otumfoɔ enya bibia na oka yesi panyi due mante unim de Otumfoɔ nim unim de on de aye no unim nsema maka afa no ho unim de onim de asantefo betuma aye no eni tire Otumfoɔ ne asantefo tena se onum nsuo because asantefo nya Otumfoɔ beku no me na me ka kire wo. So do not listen to asanteman. The oil will is so Boadu oni nya adwuma. The onye ready no. From what I know, the king and not the chief of asanteman Otumfoɔ we took kwan wakwa brochire onimpuntio onim de efe. I know if you do the job and you concentrate, he will support you. So do not listen to these people. Bibia so many. Herbert Mensah be ye kotoko. Herbert Mensah be ye kotoko yi omu wi omu gure ni mase. Yen ni momo nana kwan me baaye. Omu wi omu tena radio to di natem. I know these people. These are not people you can please. In fact, some of them you cannot just please them. So whatever you want to do, do it. But make sure you are doing it to benefit the people of Asanteman. That is what you need to do. Focus on your job. Don't let anybody intimidate you. You know the terrain. Party. Men ji omu nyina ndi na enyo omu nyina ne pe wasem omu hene kase de kura no they know you know what they do to him. Otumfoɔ ɔman ho kwan anka asantefo be record na be kire mo. I am telling you, me say Otumfoɔ say tutu say enyo ne ne din eno de nice for ma anka asantefo be wura ne bedroom a record na be to abontene. Do you know what is happening in Asanteman? Na asantefo ba ku mienu bi cancel na wuti omo. Just respect the chief. Just respect the law. Just respect the president and do your job. 7:28 p.m. 11:28 in Ghana. We have done 3 hours 28 minutes. I keep telling you. No, we have done 3 hours 21 minutes. I have 9 more minutes to end today's show. 9 more minutes. Now, asembia me pese me di hun komo quickly. And it's a very important story for me. And it's about the amputee football in Ghana. Asantini to me from no person ka Otumfoɔ asem kyerɛw. Udi mu kofo a omu free Kumasi a omu tumi share about me inbox mu so omu be di Otumfoɔ konkonsa kyerɛ me. Do you know? Yani yankasa saa o. Yani yebu nipa o. Do you know asantefo omu tumi ba me inbox mu? Adanya I Otumfoɔ asem me be ka kyerɛ me se memfanya den. Memfanya den. Because Otumfoɔ the same papa or your man the same papa. Inti memfanya den. Do you know mpedifo mu asantime mu a omu hye kyire omu pese omu de bibi brɛ me ma menkamfo Otumfoɔ ho. Do you know? Do you know? Zuba, don't listen to all these people. Anytime me tana me ka asantefo asem a me wo reason. Obi shared that to me koku story or kosisa story or si we no Otumfoɔ ye. Obi shared that by me ho e ko fa documents by say Otumfoɔ site nie. Nipa no me nhia no free. Je na ko kan wasem. Oje si atia de jimi. Boje se me akwase a. Boje se me jimi. I know things. But you see they want to set the man up. I asantefo kumasefo. Boje se a joke ana. Anything am to na kasa kasa to be hwa saa. You don't know people who want that man dead? Who must antifo munyanka nenke to Otumfoɔ. Omo hihye omo fi omo friend kokudua. With all due respect to the chief, omo friend kokudua. They don't want to respect him. You know why? Because omo special interest from clan to clan, family to family, group to group. Yaya consider na hu some that form one a fake. A few asantefo nyame aka omakoma no mo do Otumfoɔ. Do you know what is going on? Do you know? Zuba, do not listen to these people. Our system no more. We know all that is happening. And we protect what we have to protect. Idea was here protecting, you protect it. When you see us sitting here, you're more than more. Do you know the number of people who call me on my phone? Do you know the people I speak to on daily basis? That is why sometimes I don't entertain some flimsy, stupid people. I don't do it. Because to me, or to Kevin, man, we or you're useless. Don't entertain. Educate us. You know what is happening in Ghana? So our story way in Yame. I say, amputee football is dying in Ghana. We need a league for our players. Amputee football for etumi akwaje cup bear 3 times ewa Africa diaba akwa World Cup nyina. One person who was really forcing for amputee sport, Samson Dean. I was tipping Samson Dean to be the NSA boss. It didn't happen. Obia was favorite. I did not campaign for Samson Dean. I did not call anybody to make Samson Dean the NSA boss. Me, I don't involve myself in those kind of things. But I thought Samson Dean's experience could get him the job. Somebody got it. He's equally qualified. He can do the job. He's also Ghanaian. With me, when it comes to positions, I don't have problems. Because ABOB and we expect to be deliver, no, or in the deliver. So Ampofo has been in the business for some time, and I know he can deliver. And that does not mean that Samson Dean, no, the Juma Oyenyina, it has come to an end. No. But when we are talking about amputee football, for some reason, people like us, we did everything possible to project amputee soccer. We did everything possible for government upon government to understand. Say, people with disability, imagine say they want to play soccer for Ghana. They want to lift the flag of Ghana. We did everything possible. Say, we wanted to project them. We wanted to project them. We wanted to help them for the world to know. Say, we have good people because of some misfortune. But the exceptional talent now a government needs to lift these people up, because just the commitment, getting out of this depression to be like, I want to represent Ghana. I want to put my life on the line to protect Ghana. No cry alone is motivation enough. For an amputee to say, I am going to wake up every morning, train and represent Ghana, play and lift the flag of Ghana. Any able men, we are even lazy to do or committed to do. No, when an amputee person, says, I want to do this. This discipline is what I want to do. That alone should motivate we the people who are in charge to help them. And it's about Brochira, their amputee teams, they do better, because we don't even lack the discipline. We lack the discipline to even get up. We lack the discipline to even wake up in the morning to go train. But when these people who basically, with all due respect, are not like us, and if you check the history of amputee soccer, they have received more trophies than the Black Stars. They have gone international and won more trophies in the name of Ghana than the Black Stars. And people like us, when we see stuff like this, it hurts us, because we have been pioneers. We have tried to project amputee soccer for years. Making us have an amputee soccer league, how difficult is that? Mr. President John Dramani Mahama, this is a special plea from me. The sports minister, this is a special plea for me. At least, Kofi Adams, before you leave the sports ministry, you need to make sure we have amputee soccer, regularized amputee soccer, professionals paid to play and to represent Ghana. All the way in the back, I tried to tell the story of amputee soccer in Ghana. Let me tell you, when you see documentaries I have done, 90% of documentaries you see me talk in them, I am a wife Regina camera nichi. Most of you don't know. So when we say me documentary na bigina ball aswa, me yire na me warren and no gina ball and no bi on na ekuta camera no. Yeah. So when we say me documentary na bigina nsuoma, me wo galamsey site. Me yire me warren no, Marissa Schwartz. Ono ene gina ball and so ene me gina so. So don't think say Kevin Taylor had it easy. Kevin Taylor and an baby. When you see a documentary, I'm wom documentary be a mecha. Se me gina ball aswo, se me gina nsuomo busa won se when they kuta mic camera no ne mic no. Every documentary I have shot on this planet, a few of them and a crew were with us. Majority of the investigative journalism or documentaries I've done, the famous ones you are seeing on TV, moka se me gina ball aso no, na me yiri broni na me gina ball aso. ɔno nkwa na nekuta mic and a camera and na otwa me. We have told the story of these people. We have dedicated our lives. This story I made about amputee soccer way back in 2012-13. I tried to tell their story. I tried to let Ghanaians know. And then all these years, and the amputee soccer, the players are pleading with the government to say, more at the end of the day, more mayambo professional soccer. They have won the African Cup. They have won the World Cup. They have done everything. How difficult is it to put amputee soccer together? This is a documentary I did. There are so many people sitting on social media, they have no idea about how far we have told the story of Ghanaians, how far we have helped Ghana, how we put our lives on the line. Remember, this story I did about amputee soccer, my wife was the one behind the camera. She's the same person who was working on the mics to make sure I present it well, I have better picture to make sure the story is told. That is why I am always proud when I see people share my videos, my old videos of the work I have done, because then it shows the world where I am from. I am not some lazy man. I have worked in the dust, in the filth with my wife to get to this point. So whatever I am enjoying today, it is out of hard work. That is why people envy me. This is Ben Ansah. This is the boy who kidnapped that lady at Kotoka International Airport. Okay? I want to tell the government of Ghana, Samachi Edubuahina, arrest this boy. Edubuahin, the Juma, the Sika, Krono boy, this is the boy, Edin Sikano one ho. This boy used to work at NSB. He is a criminal. Ben Ansah, or Junior or Presec. Sabo when I know Kuta to Ghana, the kidnapping that happened in Ghana was this boy. The day na Edubuahin, Yachino, Kotoka International Airport, this was the guy who was going to pick Edubuahin. In fact, he called Edubuahin to tell Edubuahin, say, he should not use the route he was using at the airport, and that he was parked at Kotoka. This boy, the government of the day, and this one also maintain say government should pick people up. This boy, or then a kidnapping lady, this is the boy na okuta sika etuo ediwuna Ghana for the kind of crime boy we committee or NSB national NIB boy we you'll be shocked. Right now he's going around threatening people, say sika bi omluko she baby okojina there we the government, the national security, you need to pick this criminal up. His name is Ben Ansah. Me catch and say power best son. Na power son nipa boy we and me akwachi bongo ideas. We mu na akwachi bongo ideas. Boy we na dey sack ni share bongo ideas come. We Ben Ansah. He is the one who did that job. Aslo Usu enana or driving on later obey Chief Justice driver we bongo ideas e kwachi ni mrebi no boy we na be kwachi no sa boy we na di ade chichiri ni ti ma me na kidnap on airport. It was this boy. He was the guy who led the team. My own colleague or Presec omo ye event bi o Accra sports stadium akoy ka so be so owremu free oni girls be 3 omo ka so omo mpere no otwe tuo odi me colleague nechi me classmate nechi ko ni fie e ko threaten boy we you need to pick this fool up. He's a criminal. And all these people think we have forgotten about them. The nonsense we have on these boys. And this goes to the Attorney General. This goes to the National Security, Mr. Jakpa. Mr. Jakpa, I'll give you some information on this boy. You need to arrest him. Jakpa, I know you. A chair with there. And nama ba job come. I be before Mr. Jakpa. I be before Mr. Jakpa Rov. Mr. Jakpa, meet come. And nama ba branebe jum. Jakpa job come. Jakpa be able to situation in the side. Jakpa Terminator 1 job come. This boy is called Ben Ansah, a criminal, a hardened criminal. I'll give you everything. Mr. Jakpa, the one and only Jakpa, the Lion King. Jakpa the Lion King. The Jakpa the Sebrebe. Jakpa the titles Dawson. Jakpa the Sebrebe. Jakpa the Alligator. Jakpa the Leather King. Jakpa Ejuma Ba. Meat come, red meat. Jakpa, job come. Akwawe, you need to pick him up. Jakpa the Punisher. Mama me Jakpa fans ni bi. Na me fa di ni bi nka no ho. Na Jakpa NPP Vosuro no. Jakpa the Punisher. Jakpa the Van Damme. Jakpa the Bruce Lee. Jakpa the Lion. Jakpa the Lion King. Jakpa the Dane. Jakpa the Jakpalization man. Jakpa the Jakpalization man. Mama me Jakpa di ni bi na Jakpa woman the fans no charge. Jakpa the Dane. Mama me Jakpa. The Jakpa the fearful one. Jakpa the nightmare. Jakpa the Terminator one. Jakpa the commando. Jakpa the Kilalomi. Jakpa the Van Damme. Jakpa the Kilabzu, Kilamove. Jakpa the Undertaker. Jakpa the Bruce Lee, the Jakpa the Jakpa the apostrophe. Arrest them, job come. I'm not putting Kevin rough. Jakpa we did also. Jakpa the Jackie Chan. Jakpa the Rambo. Jakpa Rambo 3. Jakpa the Hitman. Jakpa the Rock. Jakpa the Torture. Jakpa the NPP. Jakpa the Fast and Furious. Jakpa the King Kong. Jakpa the Lion King. Jakpa Chuck Norris. No. Jakpa the Oswabro Boy. Jakpa the Alaba Stamp. Jakpa the Bulldog. Jakpa the Finisher. Jakpa the Monster. Jakpa Job Come. Jakpa the Apocalypso. Jakpa the Kilankuto. Jakpa the Jakpa. Jakpa Ejuma Barov. Jakpa the Executor. Jakpa the Sniper. Jakpa the Jakpa. Jakpa the Mufasa. Jakpa the Mafia King. Every before slow Jakpa. The Jakpa the Dieng. The Jakpa Woody Dawson. Jakpa the Snake and Sons. Jakpa Ejuma Ba. I was say a Chiakwawe or your Kromfo. Ben Ansah is a thief. He's a criminal. He used state security to torment people. Ain't he? Jakpa the Jakpa the Jata Cement. They go what about them? Jakpa the Avenger. Jakpa Captain Planet. Jakpa Shefu. Jakpa the Bajie. Jakpa Zunkunkum Bajie. Jakpa what the Olympics pay? Who would be only that day? Jakpa the that day. Only Rosalinda. Jakpa the Rosalinda. Jakpa the Olympics. Chiwamu Inagum. I'll give you something. Ben Ansah, on a serious note, is a criminal. And the government of the day, people like these are not supposed to be allowed to walk on the streets of Ghana. So Edubwa Hishema, this guy has to go in. Edubwa Hinyoma Oriaye, contractor sign, baby Alisika Shenyina, this was the guy who was deputizing Edubwa Hin. He knows everything. He needs to be picked up. Jakpa, the Osonomame. Jakpa, the elephant killer. Jakpa, the ninja who rough. Why would him Jakpa be a catcher? Kevin Taylor said, be feeling. Often number will be my friend. I'm a penasabdo. Jakpa, the Tarzan. All right, now let's take care of other business. Now, the ACC in say, your time Kevin, so more ha. Money baby, I come more. Now, I'm seeing something here. Students of Sepiwia Nursing and Midwifery College to protest transfer of principal. So principal ne that's a nurse for more a year we are so nursing and midwifery. Said ye principal no say onko be foforo na so monte ase a mundi nechi. Mo san kwase ade na ewo wo so Ghana ho na mo school geke na mo wo e na mo sua de en na ese djuma mo nya professionals afi na ye tire ni mo. Se principal na ekona se monte ase a mundi nechi na mo nso sa mo nyoma ndi nechi. Ghana nkwana ye transfer principal na student go abontiri jimi. Mo amwo sekwiwe so nursing colleges de en mo se principal na ye yi ni ti monte ase a wa wo hwe a wonte ase no o kira no papa ke onyoma de di nechi. Time ni wo ye pen kofo kra ma ba school ho. Into unya ready so besua de na principal bi a ye fa de djuma na ye yi ne di say ye pamona na principal no na de ho bae. Principal no ono na promoting ho ba school obi na fa de djuma. Obi na man appointment letter. And it's a principal no is going to be changed that. You the student, you have to shut up, sit there and learn. We djuma na say wo ba school so besua de no afa school ni mu ko. Enya ho e na obetichire busua. Enya wo e na wo be di principal asemama no. Was said here your responsibility, your core responsibility as a student. Our school is to learn and move out, pass out and go get a job. Enya wo djuma ne principal a yama ne letter say o meye djuma. E ho no enya wo djuma. It is a wo feel say principal no ye yi ne na wonte ase a o kira no pa. Mo hyehyɛ mo bags na mo ndi nechi baby okɔ mo ne nkɔ ne ehu sɛ mo fi school ho. Na omo pe baby ahye wo school no yen for mo mbra school no ansamfu we no aya na aboro so saa jimi we no aye too much. When your opportunity to go to school principal aye yi na free wo de fa ho ben principal no maame principal no ametu school no principal o said the oba na school ni wo so obi na appointed principal na say principal no ye yi na free ho a you as a student what is your fucking problem? But your mom opportunity kakra, your mom advantage, your mom opportunity sa musua de na mom prepare mo ho na mom bra meye Ghana resource papa na mo blow opportunity no out of foolishness. School na akwa na say principal na akwa demonstration man. Me your ma na metifie na mete say o school demonstration because ye change principal bi and na wagya de also usua ho ye demonstration me. O ma me me meba betwa wa hemu. Oh, Boadu. Oh, now for principal Nejuma. You people are not serious, eh? Yet Ghana and yet to some kwasi asem so. You fa in Korako school per normal than the champions. Not the school. They want to decide for the school. And here I got to say students they decide my school. And if you ask me now, the students they decide for school decision making. Shut up, girls. Shut up, boys. Mumra mumwasi. Na munsia de. Mumudo do anoma bon munko school go sua de principal when your problem mama dealing with the people who hired him or her. It is not your stupid job to go and demonstrate. Principal ni no enye school a na go hu principal no enye school na ko ho a aka uni principal bi monka motontwom munko si mudros na munko sua de
students of other parents. So today the Almighty God is crowning our effort. It's a victory to all the teachers and all the teachers in Prempeh College and all the teachers in Ghana.
English is your mother tongue. English yambo amas Otumfoɔ. And it's as Antinin to me cabro. What's the big deal? And as some George Akusha Brand TB and as some George catch around say, hey, now if you come as now to bro for sir. Me will be if you come as no cabro for them one. So students of other teachers complain are teaching where a Prempeh College school can see a pair of Asantibemu, a cross Prempeh, on headmaster ni, na ya cast man of Bufu, or Bufu, or Bufu, a branch we own hair, the can be a hair, Nana who be another. Is it go ahead? Over the Damia say, Bona, a branch we own. Sibia Cassette, Nana who be a dear con air time, any crane nine, Yanka Beach NPP, a branch of man who be here with Bona for Jimmy Cordoa. Bona could ya bank one idea no me. A dear Bona who go put in India. Why you Bona bet much myself. Ultimate drop, Kwame Taco, ultimate drop myself. And you blow Muna, with the end of Muna, I want to profit Muna. Irish risk of Domri. Medomuso, I like the Viano, I like Bona. Bona is here go ahead you may omoja. Yes sir, media this became me. Asema na became me pe Nebufuaba. Yes go here omomuna ohun. and ye can know as some also do what is Otumfoɔ ka brofo what is a brofo nie otra brochire intina na brofo de Otumfoɔ ka brofo to say we dia brochire de ye ne wa yi santasia ye di ginema teachers of other parents obubu ofuo de bia no mo dwame enso mo feel me de mo sibia mo ye gas na mo kuma mo pɛ me ohun mo pɛ me mo ni gimi ho mo amhwɛ sibia mo sere na mo pɛ me David we go who girl be video be on TikTok that as we Kumasi girl be as we using who as we try the tea the nim din be as mo kwase and Kevin Taylor video ne nie me say internet na ba oh katete ga oti dose e kumewu Kevin Taylor ene de na o ka kira santefoɔ he mo hwɛ ne video no me say the Jimmy tetena nka wo ke gu bra e man ka otimuchi ase and the internet abama wa no se sokodua abegina he Kevin Taylor ni video no muntie be go hu no TikTok hwɛ ne homo bobi wo homo bobo se eye pad wo be video tia me wo aketesi a wo gina wo trimi kura fufu untumi so pony wo be ka me masem be go hu TikTok me sre ya ai hesia no yesi Kevin Taylor yesi be didi wo maame atem te wo maame yesi hwɛ na wo hwɛ wo baby odui wo ya ko 23 untumi so pony Nyankopɔn aba na o se so pony keke ko heaven na untumi so bi why we nim wan se ko tren wan be jere Kevin Taylor what is ye kabi the stress a be se mo na mo me ndwam it mo na sometimes no me nua na santifo mo fa nyoma too big nyoma too serious ene na ma mo da bia ye bebrebe no mo relax maintain I sometimes no mo ma bia mfa bi nya sere ekura yentimi nya jokers mfrim because yentimi pomba mbe ye comedy show yentimi nya stand up comedy wa santime mu okoye stand up comedy pentokwesi muni bibia fa na light joke muni bibia fa na serious muni bibia na mbuofu ade susu nani all right bo me enko enim now enti ewie nana de no Otumfoɔ sɛ waje pene president akanko ade obeya magana nana me do pia onana Kevin Taylor meso me da wuchi e ma wa edwuma de we me do pa now yenko enim girlie ne ho mo se pad Kevin Taylor so ma me nie me hwehwehwe no ho oba besia utumi so pony me ken the draws 8 and a 3 to atete and wabubu good adakemu obe TikTok video wo draws gina me $1 to me to gina obe TikTok itia me hey munja isa de no nkora we me keke wo draws 3 ni nyina ye no Vietnam ye be hwe echi the fruit of the loom ewia body ni penal rush is a good o sere ho o TikTok be keka nkwasi asem o me nge show no se man hwe ni ya asem be ka no endo say madam be to me for pa I say Kevin sade na hwe ni ye na kasa ye mo me nge show no now the video Mr. So who video Mr. P na hello Mr. P when you see that video share with me some girl be like that I Asantini girl be as we use no kakra small girl be onyini ye o hwa no be nyan kakra I say oni trim kra on to me support as we chop on bi ho basa hwehwe wo be hu o say why video say Kevin Taylor ma me nie Kevin Taylor wona wo say ye ne PZ for ma mo hwehwe ma me ai asa krama ba ne ho nyenyenyan bi small get ne ho basa bi mo hwehwe ma Mr. P ai na me fan chegara o dross here 4.5 emu miensa etwate okoduru be ma o si dum light ansa na me yime ho wa be gina o TikTok video ultimate so light enyi ho oba menim o brazil ye de ahoma de botre na achoko no wo ombra ho ase me emoa wo mbo ho ase obatwe se superku adankwan mu abegina na Kevin Taylor yes we did PZ for ma shut up bibia ye du no ye hia injanka bo mo kotro wudin o menhia na de list ba beto eye South Central so NPP chairman fie kotro wudin ni empe bibi nyamam woko we keep mba wonum kankan be video TikTok yen check mouth smell ntanka munyina nka be brinki apammo ewie no muguso NPP fo kede de Japan fo gu ha ena ba omia fo gu ha say me ka je say me ko TikTok I mean tie bibia NPP fo na go tie omo say NPP fo ba ku mienu be hia ase zoo na kede de Japan fo no e online ena omo kasa hey yen tie ase na edien pa ha na ba omia fo no ena omo akofa kede de Japan picture tantantan bi abeto ho ena omo say han wei enye NPP mu na onye sika de NPP ayama no omo kasa sa na akobi ba munja ba omi ni ba Baomia ni bakwa ba abotwan. Kwasia obede wo harvest here mo. What give you? Na gawa go gaza. Osian na wo Kennedy. Ede na Kennedy ayama party no. Ede NPP for Kennedy for Eeii. Baomia TikTok for no. Oba be gum se ntwen. Ena me hwe bi na ewie be na mesre na bi di lunch me na me re na mesre. Ai iti omo kasa na say Baomia ni bi bowure mu. Ena be ka say ede na mo am no. Omo nyina jai. Hey, kwasia na wo Baomia o nipa. De na omo si jai bi jai. Baomia ni ba kwa ba so wachikusie. Omo chikusie. Ghana Export Promotion Authority. Ameka said the young people of Ghana, mo person mo go into farming. A buying agency way, so many people they don't know their job. Imbredu say about introduces some of the agencies to the young people of Ghana who are interested in going into farming. Now, there are so many young people on the streets of Ghana. Saying come take advantage of abiding policies, initiatives, any agencies be programs are. And there are so many young people who are unemployed in Ghana and can normally self-reliant. Senior, Omar to me show mo, Omar to me bo mo bra. Ebi mo homo we polytechnics, ebi we senior high school, ebi impo we university. Omo kon dose omo beko into agriculture, but they don't know how. They don't know how to start, where to start, who to contact. Now, when you go to the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, omo juma DNA is simple. They are there to help you. Interfere be facilitating. You can say facilitating na. Et say opese uchagata. Na obi elbow aso on somewhat atragata no. The person is facilitating you to cross that bridge to become a successful person or wherever your destination no, you can arrive at your destination. Inti omono omujima di omo say they help young people who want to get into farming, but the more mujima ni dane say so opese uko into farming na. Adie bia na say nyome bia opese wudue bia no. All that they do is they will help you with the seedlings. Ombema weduaba no ma wedua. Na wudue wia, sebio wudua no kra no, ombema omo members and our extension officers ni bi aba be monitor. Senior obeye emanagina na naso. Now ultimiji inuaba no every Ghana Export Promotion Authority for no ha. Na se wudua. What is going to happen is say onuaba no enyini na wutwa. Omo ankasa so sato every wo ho. Enti se wudua jene Udia eye okru. Udia bibi ti se nyaadoa. Udia bibi ti se enkatie. Udia bibi ti se eye pineapple ana abrobe. Udia nyome bi a opese efifi ntem eburo. Nyome bi a onim se akekeduro ebetube fifi within 4 months, 5 months. Se would koji seedlings ni wo mo ho a eye free bonto. Omo nje kapre every ho. The omben say Oma be hwe baby a opese okoye afuo no na oma ma ideas. Oh, 1 acre na opese wudua jene. Okay, 1 acre na bedua jene no. Jene edua ni sei. Into wudua make sure say wedua ni nsinsan mu. Wedua ni sei. Ugusu a mema nsuo ni ndoso. Omo boa, omo guide na wetumedua. Udua 4 months. Say eye bro na wudua ya 5 months. Den enyini ya na oma sa aboa ma wetwa na oma to efiri ho. Aban ehia nnua nnuane. Aban ehia nnuane a yebedi bi na yebeton bi ewa manone. Now Ghana Export Promotion Authority omujumade bi ni say wo so ya nkra o young man wako university wako polytechnic o idea bi say o pese wo totototo eye nkofo nyoma obodua ebia wo to nkinkensu o to eastern region western region Ashanti region Bronga Hafo omubetuma aboa ma wa ayede wa be buyer wa sa be exporter the obey say they will pass you through the process. Send you the right certification. Now, when you the right certification to be a buyer, the other says, "Say, be a what Ashanti regional." Unim say Ashanti regional or unim go for be omudia jene. Na say be omudia jene ni wia omunya baby omo fanko na pro. So when you certification na, ubetime to kwan akọ inkurase any inkuafo ne die nkomo. So omutwa omunyoma na wato afiri omo ho. Oto a na wo de egu baby, wa ma ho ate. Omo beboa wo se ne obe store no. Na Ghana Export Promotion Authority we abaw ho. If you say enkuafo ni bi wo ha omo wo enkurase to omo ni mra omo de sa nyoma na e ban kran ana regional capital into wona wo ye young man na opese wo ye exporter na buyer no Ghana Export Promotion Authority for no ebe ma wo de akwanya na wetumi atoto ototo a na omo de omo ni behu a omo se we de hote na omo ato afiri wo ho. Enti you don't have to even be a farmer. You can be somebody who helps the farmers after they have grown the crops. You can buy from them and sell it to Ghana Export Promotion Authority. Now there are so many opportunities here. Into more person we are long-term farming, more person we are short-term farming. Obu ha or somebody be nkruma 4 months in metwa. Omo be boa omo the seedlings, omo the nuaba no be ma, omo be hwe wasase no, na omo boa omo wanyini, we grow. Say nyini na utwa na omo sato. Umpe we na opeka ya motium. This is what John Mahama and the NDC government, they are using to eradicate poverty. This is what they are doing to make sure we Ghanaians, we grow what we eat. Every single person gets involved when it comes to growing, becoming self-reliant, being an entrepreneur yourself. And the first, you say, a nipa bi a woman ko school na etwam. Ghana for they will be committed in helping build this nation and also making money out of it. Move to me so Asia as a group. Emrantia 9, number together. Mosi our 5 acres wo ho. Ya pesi edua bro. Move to me about export promotion for ho. Ya pesi edua nyadoa. Ya pesi edua de njene. Ya pesi edua tomatoes. Oba ombema mo seedlings ni for free. Na oma boa mo region bia mo bia no. Omo office wo region bia me be kire mo offices no. Ya be publish omo offices no e wo site no. You can go there and look at their details. No one contact you. So person Okomo officer, they are ready and willing. Where you Ghana buying, they want to help inculcate. Omo person, yene imbeburu na ye nyini no. Ya beti asese ekuyejuma enyam kokore juma. Yene imbeburu na ye nyini no. We can also get involved. Na ya eden etumi aboa ama ya eden ama yetumi enso enya sebio sika aboye bra. Into Ghana Export Promotion Authority for no, almost facilitators when it comes to omo bua mawaji loan. Ekuafo bebre wa Ghana, omo pese omo bia omo kuanim. Ebi musu pese omo di sika kakra edi ye omo ndwuma bi. Sa Ghana Export Promotion Authority say only omo ye dwuma, they can sit down and then do what? Analyze with dwuma no. Sika wo dia hyem, dia wo hia dia hyem. They are facilitators enye omo no mo loan no. But omo betumi de wako ma banka omo na omo ma sa loan aka say asemesi de sebio ye nimu no ne dwuma de a odi no ehwo te ekua dwuma o ye no wa ya koduru bebi a obehia amwa omo ye facilitators omo betumi aboa wo e de wako banks na wako akogi loan if you say insa woso a woni omo di no eni nti omo betumi nya ho de omo betumi nya ho de gidie aboa wo e mo nya loan. So this is what this agency does. Me yes I do because I want more young people to get into farming. This agency, we have not utilized this agency. So many young people want to get into farming. Andrea Mekan wants them no. I got so many people emailing our website, our email, and sending us information. Say, Kevin, I am interested. I want to be part. I want to be a farmer. I don't know where to start. This is a good start. Now, some percent obesity offices are the whole country. Regional offices, ubetumi afromo, ubetumi finding a way to get in touch with them. And no, when now we are trying to build a young, population. Ghana for young people will get into farming. Now, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Africa Trade House, where first one who knows Accra, address no, phone number no, or from 24/7. 24 hours no me adwuma, they will pick your call and they will talk to you. Oba Western Regional GEPA office or Ministry of Trade building, Harbour Road, Okohwa, Takrade Western Region, Okohwa, Omo Regional Office, Ewoho, Okwa, Wonsa Ebeka Omo officer, they will sit you down and break things down for you to have a clear understanding of the Omo pese oye, and they also be to my year, Ama Wanka so be self-sufficient. Now, Oba Volta Regional, Omo Regional Office, taking care of that part of Ghana. GEPA office ho Ministry of Food and Agriculture building no obeko no omo inside omo phone number no you can pick the phone number, contact them, they will listen to you, they will help you also, they will help you also to Mr. S, which video is this? Oh yeah, I'll do that. Now, over Central Regional, Omo Regional Office, GEPA Office, almost say Regional Coordinating Council, RCC, second floor, over Central Regional, Cape Coast, omo phone number no. You can pick this phone number, go to their office, tell them say, oh, one plot, or 5 acre, or 10 acres, or 100 acres, they will help you to grow. And then when you grow, they will buy from you. And you're very important. Into one more central regional, Monko RCC, second floor, Cape Coast, Mokoha in young people and the people there, no, they will talk to you. Now, over Northern Regional, or more regional offices, so GEPA, Ghana Export Promotion Authority for or more office, regional office, our Northern Region. More a regional coordinating council, RCC, Northern Regional, ground floor, no, a ho and a office. This office is an efficient office. They have every single crop, or seedlings. These are very important things. I was a Ghana youth. You need to be involved. Over to the 6 months, over to the 4 months, you check what you want to grow and how quick you want it. You can take your time and grow the eche. Most of them say, Gauto Ganata at the seminar, 6 months, 4 months for no. This is what you have to do. Now, over Eastern Region, GEPA office, our third floor, SIC building, Hospital Road, Koforudia, office no or China, you can go to their office and then talk to them. They will ask you simple questions. They will go and see it. They will give you the seedlings. They will guide you to grow. And then ucha in Yabana and asa ucha udiana, they will buy it from you. This is the new Ghana. This is the NDC. This is a government that is trying to make sure, say, Ghana will be involved when it comes to agriculture and also making life out of agriculture. Now, Oko Ashanti region, Miami Krum, Udu GEPA officer, Ewo Pine Avenue, Ridge Residential Area, Denyame, Kumasi, Udu Ridge Residential Area, Denyame, Eho, and Omo office war, Ewa Ashanti region. Intimini Anoma Mo Obuase Ashanti region. Eya Mwangasa Mo Fase, Moba, Eya Ambrose in Sako, on an deputy CEO of GEPA. You people should reach out to him. In Sasia Wabuasia, Nanka NPP4 in the name of small scale mining. Any area, community mining, almost say in Sasia Wabuasano. Right now, no, Abani reclaimun Sasino. More young people are more Buasano. You should all contact Ambrose Nsako or a deputy CEO of GEPA. He will try assist Obetiemo, Obebuamo, and Mamunina Motumi are involved in this program. Upper East Region, GEPA office, a regional health directorate. Monso Mobetumi Alcohol. Aqua busa emunsem omo seedlings bebre ebuso. Into these are things you need to take advantage of. After the show, no, we will publish this on Facebook. Pick your region, pick your office, and go there. Baby, I'm any one who pa Obuasi adanse. I am one more Obuasi areas in Yinano. It is very important. Obuasi West, especially. Mwanga Samoba, Mopesa Moyano, the next member of parliament, Obuasi 2028, you know, and the Ono and a deputy CEO of GEPA. He is committed, Ambrose Nsako. He is committed to make sure, say, at least 100,000 Obuasi youth, you know, you will get into farming. You will be independent. You will be entrepreneurs. You will grow your own in Yaba, and then GEPA will buy it from you. Ambrose Nawa headquarters. Obebuamo amam seedlings. In Sasia ewo Obuasi West. Sa in Sasin and here say Mobema GEPA for through Ambrose Nsako, our deputy CEO. Their CEO, GEPA CEO, a very fine gentleman, very smart, intelligent gentleman. The CEO too is there. He's very open-minded, such a very humble, low, down-to-earth individual. He is willing and ready to travel to any part of Ghana to give you people the editorial, the symposium to break things down for you people to have a clear understanding. In GEPA, we are working in collaboration with them to make sure, say, the youth of Ghana, no, obian to 2 acre, 5 acre, asasibi, Edia Bibi also Emma Ghana buying at if you if you're a Ghanaian watching me, take advantage of GEPA agency policy. John Mahamane NDC Yaba Mentraho Enkasa as a media minim. Yeah, the numbers in BBR regional office and to your Facebook page. Go there. So when you have problems here, you can email us. We will try and send it to GEPA for you to have a direct contact to talk to you. My regional offices know. So these are very important things. I will say. Now, Jandam Biaba, we need to kill it. It's exactly 5:32 in Ghana, which is 9:32 in Ghana. Ebefa, afa you da. And you see, the problem these people they have with us, and they say, what we do here, they can't do it. They can't do it because majority of them omuni a production team omuni nyansa. And when they start these kind of things, and it dies down because the level of thinking a co-program women are very deep. It is not about screaming and farting on yourself and doing no. It's about being thoughtful and knowing what the people want, and also importantly being factual. Factual is a very important statement to me because say no cre any fact you use anka NDC Jomahama power. Into Jandam there, we are going to kill Jandam. We will kill Jandam today. We will kill Jandam tomorrow. We will make sure say Jandam creators are also murdered. Omo the Jandam by and you be cool almost wakam. Into some person you be cool men for Jandam ba. Now mu create Jandam no, you are enemy of the state. You bet chima bobutrimu too. If you say Jandam na say Ghana. Into Jandam there, we will not allow Jandam to exist in Ghana again. Jandam ya tro. Jandam nya de pa. Jandam to me say mine. Jandam to me bomb mine. Inti yama obia space man nya Jandam wo Ghana. Yama obia ntwa Ghana for tro. Sa opese ohoto wo Ghana. Na obo brana unko jela kanokre. For fact no. O kan sama to obi so a fa engineer so bra. Fa nokre ne bra. Sene be ya obetuma da wo fie. Obetuma da wo yirechi. Obetumi ada ama tebio wasuma ton. Jandam ntimu ntumi na mu fie. Jandam ntimu na mana mu hwehwe mochi. Jandam nti within a week or 2 or 3 mu be ko jail. Jandam is calling. Jandam will crucify you people. Ye be gu Jandam, ye gu Jandam. Jandam has no space in Ghana. Enti ya ka kire mo. Mo ana mo ka se ai ye nti ase mo beti ase. Now Mommy and Killing Jandam biwa. Mr. S, Mr. P, team, are we ready? And now, a friend is saying, me team say me musa mo say, in team for your away, in team for your, cocaine and some also on cabium, me catch them. Ye ja 1 week per man cause ya fool no Jimmy or more. I see a buyer na ye tea or more constant, on some jai cocaine as some car. Cocaine way, in team for your no any evidence, but obeko jail. And the intim for you jai cocaine as some bokwasem the Otumfoɔ neka. Ye jai bokwasem na Otumfoɔ. Inti at this point no ye nya intim for you say obeka de bokwasem. Intim for you emfa evidence mbra a kyerɛ sɛ ohun sɛ de see no our evidence say cocaine be eba Ghana eno na hia ye. Inti ye ka kyerɛ intim for you say ye remfie. Ade na omojai cocaine asɛm ka. NPP omu enye papa. Intim for jo ended in nia brig gidigidi. O se okaka bokwasem. Bokwo ne de eye Otumfoɔ nkwa ne yama ne dwuma se ondi. President ni Otumfoɔ akata Otumfoɔ ajatum. O se Mr. President, I'll do this. Respectfully, for the love of Ghana and the love of Asanteman, Otumfoɔ se obeye we ahyɛ nyame ene Ghana di munyam. Inti eba bokwasem dia eye Otumfoɔ nkwa ne ka. They see I cast NPP for in team for Joe. They see why is he not speaking on the cocaine issue? Why is the minority not speaking on the cocaine issue? The NPP, the party itself is built out of lies. No one just somebody way to distract them. No one just say, I'm on the side here way, and to me so in team for Joe no way. Only evidence to back his claim and I then no one can say Jaika.
Send this for some Ashantis for Pierre van Wunjum.
Wey obekono jina baby mi Asantini a we Jimmy ye ba be festival Asantimemu o se Kevin Taylor be put Otumfoɔ acho no Otumfoɔ ne Kevin Taylor problem and control ba bontre se on Kevin Taylor problem wey ojina baby ne num kan mi Asantini sama ka chem Asantini a we Jimmy o dane se bode dwukra enye ye be ya de ahya Asantimani monyam why in politics. Yankover Kevin Taylor made a festival de me ba ho ben. Festival de Kevin Taylor de be ka ho ben. We mu na omo kasama NPP. Hwe ne nim fin. Ye ka se oya Asantini a wonya kwase a yes ye di natam. Since some static say Kevin Taylor wakaze me hu se obi etumi gina TV so abo ade ba ko mienu amakaze ti Otumfoɔ. Mo agimi mo mu bi mo agimi. Ye de Asante festival ba yes Kevin Taylor e me den. Mrs. Otumfoɔ Senka makasa to Otumfoɔ anka men share release statement. Mo jimi omumubi. Hwe ne ho fifire. Ne to kan onye dwo papa bi ora bra bomo. Afedwo ma ke mote akra eti e condition mu. almost Africa ma na bodyguards di omochi NPP for ni di jantra for one kind or ti krom ohun epoda anopa tututu ontwitwi ne sen ne hu fin yanti asie and the first Kevin Taylor the media festival there come ho ben Kevin Taylor the festival there me anka fa me ho ben mo ejimi mumubi de bia yetumfo na man say aye personal into way okobutu oba so ne na wo e ma akori bi beka se me obi ti bebi se me wo fa party you see say nantwie ready yeah baby Ashanti festival you see Kevin Taylor be dey na Otumfoɔ da be Otumfoɔ case on me problem almost static Kevin Taylor no Otumfoɔ atem asantini bia ntimi begina TV so nka Kevin Taylor can say it Otumfoɔ nobody mumu bi mu ejimi Ashanti fest na nya water fest o enye co fest o enye Mfanti fest o eya Ashanti fest enye na mechekere eya Asantefoɔ festival na Ashanti fest de anka efa ho ben we need the anka babe fa ho ben girl bi asemo kan we need the anka babe efa ho ben ebia na amanfo akɔhye studio akɔtwa nwom mo Asantefo ni bi mo agimi na anka nya asema de na be matumi kɔ gina studio twa nwom be 4 years de bia okɔbɔ adwuma ni amane kakra $200 a week now da kɔ gina studio twa nwom ayeyere ne ho etwa nwom a yentwa na young girl akɔtena Facebook live ato nwom 3 seconds abɛyɛ hit a channel na wo kuraba wo mfa so kyɛ kuraba na kwasia wananta wo de nam me say Asantefo ni bi agibi enya asema wotuma kodi power America be de wo ho de bia okoji sika wo studio adwuma ekotafrafra bro foto prapra toilet yetete bro wo wi a na da kogina studio akotwa nwom 3 years aye hu deda wentuma hit e ma ketesi atumi so Facebook live eye enwom 20 seconds ebe hit jawa ene so wo mfa so na wo mfa so chen kuraba wo mfa so na wo mfa so chen eye boost mobile for chip ewurade Nyankopon mu bi mo TV pepio matoto pepio era de Kevin Taylor dinya ye yo spider de go fa bawo mitimi baby o say ai no go fa komona bala be simitri spider enya sam say Asantefo ni bi agimi a eye de na Asantini be ma si so eye adwuma etete abrofo toilet ede na no tantara abrofo toilet uwie ko gina studio ko twa nwom 4 years na enwom ni tibi ba na hite na aketesia bi ti de baby a wa Facebook live 3 seconds ye enwom a ahite apass wo live nyina na wo de wo mfa so na wo mfa so che kuraba wo ne kuraba wo mfa so a na say wo mfa so che kuraba because wo na che kuraba ede nkwase asem so gura de gosi ede nkwase asem ene etehu a ya so nkwase asem so saa ede asem so no na mum yenye adwuma no me maka de meka wie now this is a jandam we need to kill team yenku jandam no obi a hweye ai Otumfoɔ nana menda ma me wie we ansa na wakoda nana do me na me so me do no Otumfoɔ nana me sro menda minim se ma text me se woni kum nana twan me twan nana twan what is this okay nana mamenya jandam no ansa nana mamenkele jandam nana wada nana piao me do enyumbre o da fayi carrot kakra to ase na twan me Otumfoɔ hwɛ me nti me be